I was in the fetal position, like still tripping balls.
Can you see the little, it's like fish jumping.
Yeah.
There's a squad of these
There's
guys.
a dead one right here.
If you give them like a proper funeral.
Yes, come on, let's go.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
All right,
Give me a crawfish. Nope, no dice. Damn it, no, they're so fast. Damn it. Oh.
You see it?
Oh my God, yeah, he's right there. Look at that.
Yeah,
dude.
so they actually are over here, it looks like.
Here he is.
There are water snakes out here sometimes, but they're...
Water snakes?
If you're,
all right, we're gonna do it.
I'll get it out of the way.
I think I did it, right? Oh, he's crashing out. Wow. Oh, that's
my
actually
God.
money.
Do you mind if I pee real quick? I think it's the alcohol.
What a beautiful day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone back home, not out here with us in the woods. Thank you all for tuning into the Gobcast, and welcome back once again to episode number 65. I got it right this time, dude. Listen, past few weeks, I don't know how many in a row it's been, I've said the wrong episode number, and I feel guilty, but I'm not going to do it this week. This is episode 65, and we are not in the studio, if you couldn't tell yet. We actually had to pop out, we had to get out of our comfort zone a little bit, because we're linking up with the man himself, a dude I haven't seen in quite a long time, Raw OG.
Hello.
How you doing, dude?
How you guys doing?
I got to say before we get into this, I've been really excited for this episode since we started planning this. I have never done any of this like outdoorsy kind of shit we're going to do today. We have a lot kind of in store for everyone to watch, and like this is stuff you just don't get to do in California.
Yeah.
In LA in particular. Like,
yeah, definitely hard to find a creek like this if they even exist.
This is a fucking vibe. Now, for those unfamiliar watching at home, maybe you haven't seen Raw OG, I guess correct me any step of the way if I'm wrong, but you are one of the leading OG cannabis content creators on the platform. You're a real, I'd say, an OG weed tuber and one of the last standing OG weed tubers.
I guess it's crazy to think, I guess, yeah.
What, do you not view yourself that way?
It's just time flies by so fast. I just remember when I was a young kid on YouTube watching Custom Grow 420, and I do. I in my heart I know, but it's just like I'm just like everyone else. I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to just come to the reality of things or just like let it sink in.
I mean, you have somehow like made it through all the eras of a lot of the other weed tubers channels getting taken down.
Yeah.
You've persevered through all of them. How have you done that?
Honestly, just trying to enjoy the process. Like, you're gonna have your ups and downs and whatnot, but this was it. This is what I was doing, so I didn't really have like a plan B. This is what I wanted to do, and I have to find a way to do this. That's kind of how I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, weed content is very different from making any other type of video, because like you are constantly on an uphill battle against the TOS and the algorithm, and pretty much every step of the way you're fighting something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And have you had any issues where like you almost lost your channel or you started getting a lot of strikes, or?
They deleted my channel one time. I don't remember the exact year, but they deleted my channel.
Fully deleted it, like terminated your channel.
It was gone, and I made a second channel, and I think I had maybe one video on there, but it wasn't just me. It was like the YouTube wipeout where they got me.
Yep.
They got Silenced Hippie,
like
if you're familiar.
2017-ish,
I think around there. They got Strain Central. I believe it was Custom Grow. I don't want to, but it was quite a bit. There was a lot of weed tubers who all got their channels deleted, and randomly, not all of them got them back as far as I'm aware.
A lot of them didn't, dude.
I know mine just randomly came back, no email.
Really?
No, it just
did you reach out to them and try to get it back, or?
I'm trying to remember. I think so. I just remember just panicking and I got to create this second channel. And also it was a point where the channel was definitely like still going up. So even though they took the channel down, it sucked, but I wasn't worried. Like, I knew that my audience was still looking for me in a sense. So, but it was crazy. They wiped out everyone's channel almost. And then some of them came back with no explanation. And I still to this day don't know what was going on in YouTube headquarters, what they were doing. But I think the people who got their channels back were manually by someone, you know.
Someone at YouTube headquarters realized, like, oh, we're fucking up. Like, there was definitely an unsung hero out there.
For sure, that went in and just started.
Clutched up, yeah.
Yeah, but then it makes me wonder, like, what about all the other YouTubers or WeedTubers who didn't get their channels back? So.
Yeah, RIP all the fallen soldiers, dude. We lost a lot of WeedTubers back in the day, you know, to kind of pave the way to where we're at now.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, it's got to be a surreal feeling for you to still be standing at this point.
Yeah, and it's evolved a lot. The content, like when I first got into weed content, it was all one takes, and it was just set up your camera, different types of challenges, and that's all that really existed.
You wouldn't even make a thumbnail. You just pick a screen from the video, you know?
Exactly. Trying the coolest or like the best.
Whichever one had the most smoke or the biggest blunt in it.
Exactly.
That's the thumbnail.
And, excuse me, that beer, or not the beer, the Cayman Jack. I don't like beer. So.
Yeah, so what is a Cayman Jack, by the way? Because earlier, for those of you guys who obviously weren't here, I brought the Busch Ices out today in my nice little cooler I got at Walmart, and I brought them through, and you were like, well, I'm a Cayman Jack guy, and I've never heard of Cayman Jack. What is that?
So I think it's just a margarita in a can, essentially.
Okay.
I think I told you this earlier, I was at the bowling alley with my mom, she was visiting, and they had a bar, and she just got a drink, and I normally don't drink. I'm like, I'm good, you guys get whatever. She's like, why don't you try? And I tried a sip of it, and I'm like, it's actually pretty good because I'm not a big alcohol guy. So ever since then, I've just been going to my gas station, and, you know, that's like my drink of choice when it comes to alcohol. I still don't drink that often, but when I do, I like the watermelon, the strawberry, and the regular ones. I'm not big on the mango. That's just not my flavor.
Is it like a super artificial kind of mango flavor?
I would say so. My girlfriend really loves it, but she likes those types. I've just never really liked mango flavored shit to begin with, anything.
You know, I think mango, people are definitely going to be pissed at this opinion, but like I agree with you. And I think mango, even natural mango flavor, it's just not a good fruit, you know? Like,
I've just never liked it that much.
Have you ever ate like just a raw mango on its own?
I'm sure I have.
The texture is strange to me. It's a very like, I expect it to be softer like a peach, but it's not, you know?
Like hard?
It's like firmer, dude. It's like, I don't know.
I've definitely eaten one. It's been a while. It's been a while for sure.
I mean, I can't imagine the mangoes grow anywhere around here, you know, off the creek.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So, you know, obviously, before we really dive into it, first off, I had to give you your flowers for still standing in the WeedTube scene, because that's commendable, for sure.
Yeah,
you know,
you
definitely, I think there's an element to it, whether you realize it or not. Like, there's a skill to avoiding getting in trouble with weed content, you know?
Yeah.
It takes, like, a knowledge of the platform and, like, of the content to avoid that. And I noticed, too, a lot of your videos where you smoke also don't get age restricted.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Like, what is your, like...
Dude, I've tried so hard to figure it out. I've done weird things. If anyone who's watching this, who's watched my content, you've seen me do the weird things where I'm like, all right, we're taking a quick commercial break, and I, like, turn around and, like...
Yeah.
I've tried to do weird workarounds, and, like, maybe one video I upload, and it works. And then the next one I upload, and it doesn't. And let me tell you, there's no consistency. I'll have one video that I'll upload that is literally me smoking out of a bong the entire video. I have one video right now that's at like 500,000 views I uploaded not too long ago.
Yep.
And it's the time bomb video where I'm smoking a joint.
I saw that.
It's the whole video is me smoking out of a bong. That one, for whatever reason, not age restricted. But then you'll have videos where I'll turn around and intentionally try and not show the smoke, and it will still get age restricted. So to tell you, I have no idea. There's no consistency. Some videos just won't, and I'm happy when they don't. Yeah. Not in the sense that I'm trying to show them to children, but now the video is actually going to get out there. You know, it's actually going to get in the algorithm, because other than that, sometimes, it doesn't even get into the subscription feed.
Yeah, I mean...
It seems that's what people comment. Like, oh, I don't even see your videos.
It for sure doesn't. Even when it's not age restricted, a lot of the time it still will get, shadow banned or restricted in its own way. And what really sucks about that is kind of like you just said, the videos that actually make it through get 500,000 views, bro. They get a ton of views.
Yeah.
And people love it. And you can so clearly see that, like, people want more of that content. People are dying for it. Similarly to you, I had a video, I titled it 21 grams later, and we put 21 grams in a joint. and somehow it didn't get restricted, and it
Just
got
slipped through.
once again, it got similar to you. It got like 600,000 views, something like that, a crazy amount. All the comments, Goblin, why don't you make more content like this? And it's like, because that video was 1 in a million.
Yeah.
You know, the other 999,000 of those videos that you and I make don't hit the algorithm like that.
For sure.
And it's stressful, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's sometimes I think a video is going to do really well, and the algorithm just... And maybe people aren't enjoying it as much. Maybe I'm just what I think people are going to enjoy. There's definitely a part of that. But then there's also some times where I know a video is a banger and the algorithm is just, you know, not pushing it out. And it just has to do, I think, with the age restriction. That's like the main thing. With the age restricted, it's just a lot harder for that video to get shown and recommended on the home page, even the subscription feed.
Yep.
It's just a lot harder.
Yeah, I mean, how do you handle, like, being a full-time weed creator when you don't have ad revenue and like YouTube's constantly restricting your content? Like, that's got to stress you the fuck out, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning it definitely did, but over the years, you know, you find ways, and that's with brand deals, you know. I'm sure, you know, you can't put all your eggs in one basket.
I learned that the hard way, for sure.
You need to, like, try and, you know, I have High Spirit. I haven't been as active with that company right now, but you know, I still have stuff coming in the future, but it's mainly you have to work out brand deals, but you have to do it with the right companies as well, because as I'm sure you know, your email every single day. How many emails do you get a day?
I get a lot of stupid shit, dude.
Yeah,
A lot
right?
of dumb ass shit. I got like, oh God. Have you been getting the AI horny chatbots emails?
In the email? No, not in the email. On the comments, where they literally will comment the second the video is posted. Do you get those?
No, well, yeah, but I mean,
I
like,
block-
the like AI chatbots where it's like your fake AI girlfriend. There's like apps for those. Do you ever get
Oh.
offers to promote those? Dude, I get hit up. There's one called fucking, I'm not even going to say the name, dude, because it's probably going to get us restricted immediately. It's very horny. But it's like this AI girlfriend app where you can like sext with it and stuff. And like they hit me up probably every week, dude. And they're like, hey, we want to book a fucking video. And it's like, I can't promote that on good conscience.
Like, hey guys,
ever
I
get
got
shit
this
like
new
that?
thing to show you guys. Like, how do they imagine that would integrate into your video?
In the middle of like a story video that I make, she's like, let's take a minute here to talk about my AI girlfriend. Dude. She generates pictures of her asshole every night. You know, like it's not gonna fly.
Your comment section would probably be like, all right, Goblin. Like,
I think they might be happy for me. I think they'd be like, wow, get the bag. You know?
maybe. Who knows?
But
Yeah.
it's just like morally, I can't promote that, dude. Like I know deep down there's like some high school kids watching my content that would see that. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, you don't want to promote that degenerate type of...
Do you ever get any like super sleazy offers like that in your email?
Maybe, and maybe my filter when I'm just looking at emails, I'm just skipping past it. But most of it, a lot of it, is just lots of different weed companies. And sometimes I'll open the email, check out the company. It's like, I can't... Stop emailing me and get your product figured out before you're trying to email me, trying to get me to promote it. Because a lot of times, it just looks like shit.
Yep.
Just being honest, you know? So back to your question, it like, you got to weed out at least when it comes to brand deals, all the companies that just have product that aren't good, because you don't want to promote something that, you know, your audience isn't going to use. If I won't use it, then probably everyone else who watches my content probably won't either, you know?
Yeah.
So that's how I try and look at it. If I enjoy this stuff, or if I enjoy a product and I think that other people might, then yeah, for sure, I'll promote it. And that's definitely really helped keep everything alive. Just doing brand deals and stuff like that, and you just can't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah. Have you ever considered like making your own brand of any sort? In terms
Well,
of like a product or something?
As far as well, I have High Spirit, which is a clothing brand, but
Oh, okay.
as far as like its own product, I've thought about it, but I just haven't, like, you know, it's a lot of, you know, I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but I've thought about things here and there. I've never thought of anything, just being honest. I haven't thought of anything revolutionary or something that I could
Yep.
add to the market that would actually be beneficial. But as far as like smoking products and stuff like that.
I think at the end of the day, you don't have to revolutionize things to have a product. I think you just have to have a good value proposition, you know? Like,
Right.
you don't have to change the game to sell, glass or sell, weed or like whatever kind of product you make. I think you just like, you got to be doing your customers good,
Yeah, no, I agree. I guess I was just thinking along the lines of like creating a new type of products. But
Would you want to make like a weed brand if you could, hypothetically?
like a weed brand that sells like weed products, or
Let's say like my brand, Only Gas. Would you want to like make a THCA brand?
for
one day?
sure, 100%. But for me, it's really hard to find. I've actually tried to do that a little bit without like spilling too much of the beans, but a lot of times it's hard for me to find something that is unique and also really, good. Not to say that there's not good stuff out there,
For sure.
but I'm really picky,
Yeah.
with what I want to promote. So that's definitely a process there.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of dog shit in the weed industry, dude. There's a lot of
yeah.
junk, bro. Do you remember? I mean, I'm sure you experienced it. It almost felt like there was like a gold rush of shitty weed companies that showed up like early COVID, like from 2020 up to like pretty recently. I don't know if maybe you've experienced this at all, but for me at least, it feels like there was a lot of random weed brands that were new that were showing up and spending a ton of money on advertising from like early COVID to maybe 2023. And now, at least I notice, it seems like a lot of these brands have died out. Like it seems like the brands that are spending money on marketing now are just more of the like consistent brands. Have you noticed that?
Honestly, no,
Really?
but I'm not as plugged in as you are. You're in LA, I think. But
yeah.
Are you thinking?
I'm
like
thinking like my business
THC?
email. Yeah. So mainly THCA brands and shit.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
probably,
Yeah, you're right
You
about-
probably used to
yeah.
get hit up with like by a million Delta 8 brands and shit, right?
Okay, you're right about that 100%.
That's what I'm saying, dude. There was almost a gold rush of it. You remember that era?
Yes. No. Oh, that was all my emails were, dude.
Yep.
It was Delta 8, HHC, this, and that, and dude, it was every single fucking day. And I still get emails, but it's not as much as that. So no, I see what you're saying.
Did you ever try all those altnoids like THCP and THCO and all that shit?
I did.
What do you think about them? Speak your truth right now. Air it out. Speak your truth, dude. All those companies are dead now, dude. No one buys that shit anymore. So speak your truth, dude.
I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest.
I agree.
I think the THCA is cool because it's if you know what it's the
It's
same.
weed,
It's
dude.
weed.
It's fucking
weed.
weed.
I've smoked
Yeah.
it. And let me just say this to all the viewers who are watching this. You guys probably already know this. Just as there's bad, and I don't even have a THCA company, so I don't have any stake in this.
Yeah.
I'm not. Just as there's bad weed that you can get from a street dealer, from a dispensary, there's bad THCA weed and there's good, So it's the same thing. So a lot of people have this misconception that THCA weed is bad, But the reality is you're just smoking bad weed. It has nothing to do with it being THCA.
100%.
Do you think I'm right about that?
A million percent, yeah. And I think the other big thing is there's a lot more dog shit on the THCA market
That is the
than
other
there
thing
is
I
on
was
the
gonna
legal
say.
market.
So there's more trash than there is good. So of course everyone's natural impression on THCA is bad. A lot of the gas stations out here, you see, they have it out here.
Dude, the one we just went to on the way here, which was not like a huge gas station or anything, and like
Not by any means
we're
at
not
all.
in a huge city by any means, as you could probably tell by the trees, and they had a million pre-rolls in that cabinet, dude. And they were what really is the worst part about it is they were the worst kind of pre-rolls too. They were those like dog shit sprayed ones where they
Yeah.
spray on the distillate and then they put the
The
worst
keef.
keef you've ever
Yeah.
seen over it, and they call them the infused like rockets or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
And like the average consumer doesn't know how to differentiate.
It
between
looks
that
good.
and the
Oh, that
stuff.
looks keefy. And
Yeah, because all of these products say the same thing on them. There's no regulation that says, oh, this has to say this and this has to say this. It's like, no, 2 pre-rolls say THCA, fucking concentrate pre-roll on them, but one is covered in like dirt distillate that they like made from floor trimmings, and like the other one is like actual decent weed ground up,
Yeah.
And there's no way to discern between the two.
And a lot of the times they use, I think, like the synthetic terpenes where you smell it
100%.
and it smells almost like what you'd smell from a tobacco vape. That synthetic strawberry or like, that doesn't smell like natural weed. It
Yeah.
has like this like... You know what I'm talking about.
It's 100%. Yeah, I've smoked spray pack. I went to last summer. I went to New York. I stayed in Brooklyn for a week, and
Man, what are they doing in New York with all the sprayed weed?
bro? They love it. It is mind blowing. I honestly, before I went to New York, I thought it was like just a social media thing. Like people are just posting this, and like maybe there's a fringe group of people that actually smoke spray. Bro, you go to New York, all the delivery services sell spray. Like the corner stores sell spray, dude. I booked an Airbnb in Brooklyn, and literally the fucking corner store, the deli on the corner, right under their menu for all the sandwiches, had bags of spray in the window. And like, I unfortunately, when I went to
And
New
they're all
York,
the strain. You can just tell by the names, right?
it's so yeah. If it's like
Strawberry
cinnamon
cheesecake
push pop,
Oreos.
yeah, strawberry cheesecake Oreos. It's funny you say the Oreos. One of the ones that I got last summer was campfire Oreos, and it was like a
That's
burnt.
not a strain.
It's not a fucking strain, bro. That's not. There's no genetics in that.
Yeah.
You know, they're taking like the shittiest, oldest weed because. Do you know how they make spray
I watched
pack?
your video on the machine. That's how I learned about it from you, to be honest.
Fuck yeah.
You did that video where you showed the machine. I knew they were doing it, but I didn't know how.
Yeah.
How they're bringing it to the exact moisture, humidity. Mm-hmm. They're making the adds trichomes on it, or not
Yep.
adds, but makes it. I don't know what the fuck the machine is doing, but
It's fucked up, dude. So not only are they like spraying terps on weed and not being required to disclose it, but the machine can take old moldy weed and
yes,
purify it.
That was the one thing I remember.
So if you have like an old ass pack that's like started to mold that you've had in like the back of your garage for a year, you can run it through this machine. It comes out as like a perfectly moist, mold-free, fluffy spray pack. And you know what the worst thing that really, when I posted that video, do you know what my comments said, a lot of them? A lot of my comments were like, well, Goblin, if it takes away the mold from the weed and makes it taste better, then how is it a bad thing?
yeah.
Doesn't that just make you like lose hope? Hearing that, bro? Like, what is the future for smokers?
Yeah. No.
To be fair,
I
maybe
don't
we're
know.
just being uncles right now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's probably what the old heads say about the weed we smoke right now, you know? They're like, they're smoking that 28% THC shit that makes you schizophrenic. And then we're here like, these kids are smoking the spray weed that fucking tastes like cinnamon, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the older heads, have you noticed, this is just completely off topic, but you said older heads and it reminded me.
Yep.
They swear up and down by holding the smoke in.
Oh my God. Old heads think that if you exhale any smoke, you have wasted the whole blunt, dude. It's over. I mean, to be fair, they're from the era before internet. So that oxygen deprivation, they probably just thought was a high.
Yeah,
They're
for
like,
sure.
"Damn."
They're just like,
How long can you hold your breath for?
I don't know.
You want to try it right now? Let's compete. Let's see who can hold their breath longer. All right, so let's establish rules before we do it. Okay, so we're gonna breathe in, and we're gonna plug our noses too.
Okay.
The way, because obviously, like, if you open your mouth or like take your hand off your nose, then you're breathing, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll just inhale and then plug, and we'll just see.
All right, ready?
Let's have a friendly competition right now. You ready? Or do you want to
I
go on
put my
like go
drink
or
down.
what? How do you want to do this?
Should you say go?
Give us a 3, 2, 1, go, Chris.
All right. You guys both ready? You got your inhales in first?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. You're at 15 seconds. Seconds.
You lost me.
You did 35 seconds.
He's still going. This guy's a breather, dude. Really? This guy's got stamina.
I could kept going a little longer.
We were almost at a minute.
A little longer.
Wow, you almost doubled me,
I just
dude.
didn't want to.
Good shit. What the fuck?
I almost started laughing when I saw you do the thumbs up.
Yeah, it was starting to get
I
middle
almost started
ground. I was trying to update.
I don't know.
Fucking. You ever smoke cigarettes?
No.
That's
never.
probably why. I
Yeah,
smoke a
I've
lot of
never.
bad things.
I think I've taken a drag off of one just to see what it was like, and
Cigarettes suck,
Yeah.
dude. They're not fun. They're not like. I don't know, dude. Vaping was much more tempting for me than cigarettes were, for the most part.
I saw you quit vaping.
I did.
How was that?
Bro, honestly, one of the hardest things I've ever done. Like, legitimately.
I've heard that nicotine addiction is like worse than cocaine. Or
Yeah,
maybe
I quit. So, for me, it's kind of interesting because, like, did you ever, like, get super into hard drugs at all? I know
No,
we've talked about on
never.
Pine Park, you doing shrooms and stuff like that, but, like,
No, I've never done cocaine or meth, heroin, any of that. The only drugs I've done is just weed, mushrooms, DMT. I've never done acid, honestly. I'm open to it, though. I just never...
DMT fascinates me.
Yeah, DMT's crazy. Yeah, I haven't touched it in a while because I had a crazy experience years ago. I don't need to go back. I'm good.
What was your crazy experience?
In like 2017, I like took the fattest dab where I broke through, and
Oh, you took, like, straight off the banger? You dabbed the DMT?
me and my some of the OG viewers, if you guys are watching this, you guys might know Sam. But we were hanging out and we were doing DMT. This is when I bought a gram from some guy, and a gram is a lot. You don't need a lot to get off on DMT.
Yeah, I've never done DMT.
So we were experimenting with, like, I'm talking the smallest little specks, using an e-nail because, you know, it's consistent temperature. DMT, it can't be too high. You're just going to burn it. So we're using the e-nail somewhere around the 400s. I can't remember.
Really? You low temp DMT?
Well, you're supposed to, because
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Anything above a certain temperature, I don't know. Some of you guys might know, but you got to low temp it. So we were all, like, for a little while, I'd say a few, like, not even a few, maybe a month or so. Every time we hung out and sesh, we'd maybe try a little bit of DMT, do really small amounts because we know how strong it is. And then one of the times, you know, we kept adding a little bit more. This time, like, Sam would do it, he'd add a little bit more. I had this square parchment paper, and if you can imagine the jar of, it's like a hash jar, and I just dumped like a good amount of the yellow powder onto the parchment, and then folded it like a taco, and then just like dumped, like it
Like, it slid in almost?
Yes, it slid off of the paper into the thing.
Oh my
capped
God.
it. And I remember as it's I'm hitting it, it's milking up like a fat fucking dab. And I remember my homie Sam, he's looking at me, and I just go for it. And that's when I lean back, and I was gone. I completely, like, people will say, well, I don't know if you'll know when you break through. It was the most intense, it's the most intense experience that I've ever gone through in my fucking life. And it wasn't like traumatic where I had like jesters or demons like you'll sometimes hear, but it was just, I had a nice entity that was like trying to calm me
That's
down.
convenient.
It was doing its little dance and like trying to tell me that everything is okay, but still just that intense experience just, I wouldn't say scared me away, but it's such a fucking experience that
Yep.
like, it was all I could think about for, I'm not joking, I'm not, every day for like a year. What the fuck was that I just saw? That's not real. Like, there's no way I saw that. People don't understand what the fuck, like, I couldn't, I didn't go crazy. I wasn't like losing my marbles, but
Bad trips are traumatic, dude.
it
Like,
wasn't
it's
even
different.
it was just something that I couldn't comprehend that I saw. Like, how is that real on this fucking earth? It's nothing that anyone could comprehend. And that, I was just good after that.
So I've heard a rumor about DMT. Is it true that, like, when you start breaking through, you hear, or when you start coming up, you hear like a buzzing sound almost?
Yes.
That's true?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it, but not only like the buzzing or like it's a frequency. It's a zzzz, like a fucking.
Is it more than something you just like? Do you feel it almost too?
Yes, my whole body was like vibrating, and when I was coming to, I was in the fetal position, and I started like hurling, like I was gonna throw up, and I felt this like energy just like coming out of me. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like shooting up into my sternum, and I was going and trying to throw up, but nothing was coming out. Meanwhile, I'm like still tripping fucking balls. I'm laying in the fetal position on the bed, and I know my friends are just watching me, like just watching me go through it. And when I eventually came through, I was like sitting on the edge of my bed, drenched in fucking sweat. I had my long hair at the time, and I was just sitting there like this. My hair is, and I didn't say anything to them for maybe like 10 minutes because I had to like gather myself together. I couldn't even, I know they're all looking at me like, dude, what did you just see? What'd you go through? And I don't even know how to explain it to them. I'm sitting here like, how do I explain to them what just happened to me? And I'm like nauseous, I'm like sweating. It was a crazy experience.
How long did it feel like it lasted in your head?
I don't know, because I've heard sometimes where people will say, well, I was there for like a whole lifetime. I didn't have that type of feeling at all. It didn't feel short, like DMT is, normally a few minutes, but I wasn't even thinking about time. All I know is that I was just where I was in this fucking crazy cosmic fucking whatever.
Plane or something.
I don't know, and there was no comprehension of time. How long am I here? I was just like there for the ride. That's all I could, like, it was too much. There was so much going on at once that that's why that dude Terrence McKenna, if you ever heard of him,
Yep,
he's
I've
like
heard
the
of him.
guy who takes mushrooms. He tries like really hard to explain what's going on and trying to slow things down because it's such a hard thing to get a grasp of when you're in it.
Yep.
So I had no grasp of reality, time. I didn't even know who I fucking was almost, it seemed like. I was,
Yeah, I mean, it seems, I would imagine, pretty difficult to go from like this full out-of-body experience. Now suddenly, you almost, it feels like waking up, I guess, right? When you come back
for sure.
from
You
that
come
trip.
back and everything was still moving around the room. Okay, I'm not back. I gotta close my fucking eyes. I remember. And the window was open and the light was shining through. And the light that was shining through the window was, I don't know how to explain. It's this like glow. Everything is way more enhanced. It's almost if you take the saturation and you bring it up, and everything is more contrast and vibrant. And yeah, it's definitely like waking up, and also a sense of being like thankful that, oh, I'm alive. Like, okay, I'm a human. I'm fucking here. Like, because you're gone,
Yeah.
And then when you finally come to, it's like a sense of relief that, oh, I'm glad to be back here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got to take a minute here because I got to put y'all on to what is, in my opinion, the sickest colorway that Puffco has ever done. My friends at Puffco have just released the brand new Daybreak colorway, and it looks just like a sunrise or sunset. I don't go outside enough to tell the difference, but look at this colorway. What's really special here, look at the glass. It's textured, and on the inside, it almost looks like there's some crushed opal or something in there. I can't say for sure, but it's beautiful, okay? This is stunning. I just took it right out of the box, and just look at how it shines in the light. The kind of gradient red and orange tones here. I hate to say it, no disrespect to all the other colorways, but this is probably the sexiest product that Puffco has ever put in my hands. And it is available now both in stores and online, dude. And I am so excited about this thing. I just had to tell you all about it. Look, you even get the gold 3D XL chamber here, dude. This thing kicks ass. I'm about to slam a dab out of this thing later, but not right now because YouTube will get mad at us. What I will say, thanks Puffco. Thanks for hooking me up with this bad boy. I'm excited to shred it, and you should be too. Let's get back to the rest of the show. Take me back to the woods, please.
Yeah, I mean,
and this is from years ago. This is 2017.
was that your first bad DMT trip, or had you had other bad ones?
I wouldn't consider it bad, just so extreme.
Just an intense trip.
Just yeah, that's the right word, intense. Prior to that, again, it was small, very small amounts where I could sit there, I could look around. I'm not passing out or anything. And we slowly increased the amount that we were taking when we first discovered DMT. Me and all my friends were kind of like, what will this do? What will this do? And I was just the one of the friend group that finally took that next step to, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic.
You're good.
Yeah, to take that big amount, and yeah. So I wouldn't say it was like a bad trip, just so intense, just so extreme, almost the equivalent to like a roller coaster that like, okay, that was crazy, but I don't want to get that on again. That's like the easiest analogy I can maybe think of, but still doesn't do justice.
DMT, I've always like, it just fascinates me because I've done a ton of acid, I've done a ton of shrooms. I was always like scared of DMT, like that out of body. I like, I've done a lot of drugs, but I like being grounded. You know, I really value like, even on acid or on shrooms, like still knowing where I am.
You can tell
know?
yourself, I took this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And DMT, the
Can't.
thing that stopped me from ever doing it is that full out of body stuff you're talking about. Like, that's scary, bro.
Yeah, it is, because you're not here.
Yeah.
You're
not
in
here. Fucking Narnia.
Yeah.
You know?
And everything is made out of patterns and geometry, and usually, from what I've seen, when I started listening to people's breakthrough experiences after I had DMT, I understood it on another level that I couldn't before. Because I remember watching videos of people talk about DMT before I'd taken it. And I'm taking small dabs, and I'm like, oh, I've never had anything like that. But it wasn't until I took that big ass amount of DMT that when I started listening to these other stories of people breaking through, I can understand what they're talking about.
Yep.
Maybe their experience was different. They saw a different entity, but the feeling of not being there and just kind of, just you're strapped for the ride, you're just there and whatever. I completely understand that.
Yep.
Because
How many
Dude, it's
times have you done
intense.
DMT? Like, in total?
Oh, over 30 times probably.
Damn, that's a
'Cause
lot.
again, yeah, I took a lot of very small amounts and slowly worked my way up until where I finally just took that big amount.
Yep.
But yeah,
Would you say that's like your like favorite psych, or what's your like psych tier
Mushrooms?
list? Okay.
mushrooms for sure. I haven't taken them in a while, but they're a nice thing to ground you at times when you need it, you know?
Yep. That's interesting
yeah.
that you say you haven't taken shrooms in a while, because the last time we saw each other years ago, you were like really into shrooms, dude.
Yeah.
When we had you on when I was still on that show, you were like telling us all about your shrooms at that time. I remember that.
Yeah, I was definitely taking a lot more shrooms back then, for
Yeah.
sure.
What happened? Just lost interest or what?
Not lost interest, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where when I feel my calling, when I need to take them, I do. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy them recreationally
Yep.
when I can, but I usually would use them for like a type of like mental health thing, or like something where I need to just like think about things, because I would just sit in my fucking room and take whatever I'm taking mushrooms and just sit there and let it all be a mental thing. And just kind of sit there and meditate, and then once I worked out through whatever I needed to in my head, whatever it is, then I would go and kind of enjoy the rest of the trip. But it always, and it's not to say that I always used it that way, I did use it recreationally, but a lot of
Yep.
the times, I'd say 90% of the times I'd use mushrooms was by myself in my room, just like trying to, just mental. That's the best way I
That's
can
really
put it.
interesting, because I'm the polar opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I definitely eat a lot of shrooms on my own, but it sounds like you were really trying to have like introspective type of trips.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I like to trip in the way where like I'm just stupid. You know, like I just want to like watch a stupid cartoon and
Yeah,
like
I've
fry
done that
my
too.
brain
That's
for a
fun.
few hours. You know,
That's fun.
Whenever I get introspective on my trips, I start tweaking. You
Yeah.
know? I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
How do you like maintain a handle on that? Like, how do you like dig into your brain when you're tripping?
I think it makes me a better person.
Oh.
Because like sometimes like when I'm thinking, I'll be like, you have been rude to this person, or you've been doing this in a certain way. You need to like, it almost like keeps me in check sometimes, because
Yep.
like it's just like one of those things where I don't know how to explain it. It just can show you your life or what you're doing from a third, like you're watching yourself from a movie almost. It just kind of pulls you out of your normal thinking patterns and stuff like that. And I don't know. I haven't done it in a while because I just haven't felt the need to, but
Yep.
yeah, there's definitely points in my life where like I felt like I needed to like think things over, get some clarity, and It's just these are conscious expanding drugs, you know. So.
You ever had like a bad shroom trip?
Nothing from what I've seen people have. I've had uncomfortable shroom trips.
Yeah.
I've had where I might like start thinking about something and I like get in a loop, or I'll come to like a realization of, I don't know. I've never had like a, I've never had like a bad,
Those thought loops are scary,
Yeah.
dude. It's like,
just more challenging, I would say, than hard.
yeah.
You know, it's not like a bad trip where I have like demons coming at me or I'm like, get me out of this, but it's like what the mushrooms are trying to teach me maybe at this moment are a little tough to fucking,
Yep.
to come to reality to. I don't know if that's the right words, but.
It's just really like, I'm so fascinated by the way that you do psychedelics, because psychedelics is such a broad like spectrum, you know, like so many people can do them for different reasons. Like me, I just want to fry my brain, you know, I want to be stupid. You want to like gain something from your trip, you know?
Yeah.
That, I think it's cool that people can do one drug and get those different outcomes.
Yeah,
There's not really
I've had fun experiences though, but a lot of the times, no, I get what you're saying.
How do you feel about acid?
I would be willing to try it. The only thing that is like,
You haven't tried it?
no,
Oh my God, really?
yeah. So I haven't done it. The main thing that I would
That
say,
shocks me actually.
not pushed me away, but has deterred me, is that it's easier to take mushrooms and DMT. Well, more along this, I'll say mushrooms because they're natural.
Yep.
You know, you can grow them. You know, like, you know what a psilocybin mushroom looks like. Acid, you have like the fake acid, the 25I. Have you ever heard of that stuff?
Bro, I overdosed on that when I was 17.
Yeah.
When I
So
was
I've heard
younger, I
stories about
fucking-
that and
that
the
shit's
bitter
awful.
taste where real LSD, and it's like you have to test it. And I just haven't gone through that whole process where let me get acid, let me make sure I can test it, because that's something I'm gonna fucking do regardless of who I get it from. I don't know. I don't want to fucking OD and die. You know?
Dude, that's literally, it's funny you bring up the 25I. When I was 17, that's what got me sent to rehab. I took a bunch of 25I tabs with my homie, fucking didn't realize I was taking fake tabs. I ate, I don't remember how many, I think it was only 2 or 3, but like, I OD'd on them and I had a cardiac arrest, and I got picked up by an ambulance, taken to the hospital. I was 17 at the time, so it was, in my state at least, mandatory psych eval for a minor. So they send me to the psych ward at the hospital. I'm in there with like the schizo kids who are like drawing pentagrams on the wall and shit, you know? And I'm sitting
The
here
actual
like,
crazy
yeah,
kids.
I'm sitting here like, bro.
I just took some bad fucking acid.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, man, I just had a really bad night. You know?
Yeah.
And they fucking recommended me to get sent off to this residential facility for 2 months up in Minnesota, all because I overdosed on 25I. And after that day, I didn't do acid again for years and years and years. And then...
Do you remember a bitter taste or no? Because I've heard that.
I remember tasting it, which was unusual. I don't
You're not
remember the
supposed
bitterness,
to.
but I tasted it. And I remember saying something to my friend Connor, who had given them to me. I was like, bro, like, this doesn't taste right or
Yeah.
something. And he got him off the deep web. He was
Oh,
like,
shit.
oh, whatever. Like, that's where all of us got our drugs back then. We didn't
Yeah.
have a plug. We were all stupid, bro. We were just like, buy some Bitcoin, go on the deep web, you know? Fuck
Yeah.
it. And I tasted it, and I just knew that wasn't right. I started tweaking, bro. I went back to my house. I remember I was tripping so hard, I called my mom and just started speaking gibberish. And she called 911. She was like, are you high on something? And I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I'm calling the fucking ambulance. And I was like at my dad's house because my parents are divorced. So she calls the ambulance over to my dad's house. Bro, my dad was sleeping in his room. He gets woken up with the ambulance at his door like, yo, your son's on drugs. And like, there I am in my bedroom on the drugs, you know?
How'd your dad react to that?
He was pissed, but like, my dad was pissed every day. So yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't change anything. Yeah, 25I, it like, bro, it's really weird, dude. And it scared me away from doing acid for a long time. And I
Yeah.
think like you having that as a fear is super valid for sure. Cause like,
Yeah, that was just, I knew I could do it if I went and got a test kick, but it's
Yep.
so much extra steps than just getting mushrooms. I know what it is.
Yeah.
So that's like the main thing. And then also, I know acid comes from ergot, which is natural, but mushrooms are, I feel like it's more natural. I know I mentioned DMT. I know you have to extract that from the
Yep.
mimosa, but it's like, it's still, I don't know. I've never heard of stories where people are smoking fake DMT and like,
Yeah, I've
I
never heard
always
of that
heard
either.
about the 25I and the fake acid. So that was one thing that I was always skeptical about taking.
Yep.
Even though I know if I really tried, I could go get some real acid, test it. But
Have you ever tried 4-ACO DMT?
no, that's like the one, like the God molecule they call it, right?
So
Or no?
it's the one that it like
toad thing?
metabolizes into psilocybin. So
Oh,
it's
no.
like fake shrooms. It's when you go to the smoke shop and you see those like shroom bars at the smoke shop, they're 4-ACO DMT. But it's like really interesting because I tried some recently and dude, I can't lie, I came in as a hater. Like I came in and I was like, bro, these are like fake shrooms. I'm about to trash this shit. And I ate them and I fucking tripped, dude. And it was like a straight up shroom trip. Like no different.
You
Like
got it at like a legal store.
bro, I bought it on Amazon. I bought it on fucking Amazon. Got it delivered to my door with no ID and tripped.
That's crazy.
Like
That's
how
so.
do you like what does that make you feel when you hear that you can do that?
It blows my mind. It really does.
But the shrooms are still illegal. Isn't that so fucked up?
so
you
what
know?
are they?
They put the 4-ACO DMT in these bars, right? It's like
So it's not even mushrooms.
it's not psilocybin. It's not shrooms at all.
It's just something
synthetic
else that.
4-ACO DMT. But when you metabolize it, and I'm not. By the way, for everyone watching, I'm not a scientist, bro. Like you should still go do your research. I'm also 4 bush ices deep. So like really do your fucking research at home, dude. I'm not a good authority right now. But it metabolizes into the same thing as psilocybin when you consume it. So it's like literally a fucking shroom trip. And
I'd still feel scared to.
me too, trust me,
Yeah.
me too. I still just take regular shrooms. But like they just sell it on fucking Amazon, bro. And not only that, Prime delivery. I got it delivered a day later
Oh yeah.
to my door with no verification. Dude, you see the little there's like
Oh,
fish
they're-
jumping.
Yeah.
What are those?
Little minnows, little. Yeah.
Bro, that's cool as fuck. The camera gets that? That's so sick, actually. Guys, I'm just bewildered right now. Coming from suburban Chicago to LA, this is not the kind of environment I see myself in, dude. This is sick. How often do you, like, pop out and do outdoor shit like this?
During the summer, a few times a week, at least once a week, I try to.
God,
you know?
this is, I'm jealous of you, dude. I can't
Yeah.
lie. This really, like, it makes me, like, I don't know, it's kind of interesting because we do the same thing at a base level. We both make weed-related content, but, like, you do it from a very different place than me. Like, we do it from very different areas, and it's like, my POV, I'm fucking jealous of you right now. You're living the life out here, bro. Have you ever thought about, like, going to LA and doing that kind of stuff? Really, like...
Wait.
No, like going to LA and like doing the weed content.
Oh,
like you,
oh, yeah,
instead of
yeah.
like doing the content you do here, like going to the weed events and like going to the big weed
So-
brands and
Yeah, dude, I had to come at a crossroads when I decided where I wanted to move. Trust
Yeah.
me, I thought about LA, obviously, what I do. It's
Yeah.
where you live, Yola, Eric, almost everyone who's, pretty prevalent in the weed industry is living. There's so much to gain. There's constantly something going on. The connections, trust me. But I just made a decision where, you know what? Every other person, and this is not in a disrespectful way at all.
no, air it out, dude. I think everyone that moves to LA is stupid, myself.
No,
included,
I don't
dude.
think it's. I don't think they're stupid. What I was gonna say is that not everyone has to do the same thing. I could be the guy who's out in the woods doing the weed content, and people will relate and like it. Trust me. There's the fun weed events, and I've gone to a lot of them, and I've
Yeah.
done a lot of that content. But there's no guy out in the woods smoking weed and doing fishing content.
That's right,
There's
yeah.
no. So I thought, let me fill that gap. As much as I might be missing from a lot of these events, from living in the country, not only I'll be able to add my own twist, this is what I wanted since I was a kid. I've
Yeah.
always loved nature. I've always been an outdoors type of kid. And I'm still a nerd too. I love video games, but it's like a perfect mix of both. I love going out and fishing and doing some outdoor shit, coming back home, showering and hopping on my fucking PC and
Yeah.
playing some games on Discord with the boys or whatever the fuck. Like,
You were showing me your setup earlier, dude.
That's-
You got a sick fucking setup at
Yeah.
the crib, dude. We're gonna check that out later too.
Yeah.
We'll go take a look.
Open
but like,
some Pokemon cards, hang out with the chickens, just take some more.
I pull up in your driveway earlier in my shitty fucking Mazda rental that accelerates like shit, and it's a hybrid, and I hate it. And there's chickens just chilling in your driveway.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts to me, dude.
Yeah.
And like, we go inside your kitchen, and you're showing us the eggs that your chickens lay that you eat every week.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's sick as fuck, you know? How long have you had the
I was
chickens?
telling you, more eggs than we can eat. We have to start selling them or doing something. We were giving them to my girlfriend's family because her family's out here, and they're like, yo, it's too much eggs you guys are giving us. Like,
They can't even keep up?
Yeah, and we only have 4, but it's 1 a day. So with just me and my girlfriend, like, I ain't eating that many eggs.
Yeah.
You know?
Eggs get old fast, too.
They do.
Yeah. There's only so many ways you can... What kind of eggs you like? Like, how do you prepare them?
I don't like the yolk runny. So I do...
Fucking what?
I do it over hard. I like it
What?
well done. Is that crazy?
That's the worst egg imaginable.
Really? Oh, I like
No
that.
disrespect.
I like that and scrambled.
Okay, of course.
'Cause
Scrambled
it's
is
not, there's something about the texture and the yolk being runny that I know a lot of people that's the best part, but I just like it tastes weird to me.
Have you ever had like a burger with an egg yolk on it?
I don't like egg and burgers. No, it's just not me.
Bro,
I don't like bacon either on burgers, but I like bacon separately.
You're saying, dude, you might as well have just like... Dude, you might as well just made it... Dude, what the fuck? So no bacon on burgers, no egg at all if the yolk's runny. Only over... Like, you're not saying... You will cook a sunny side up egg until the yolk is hard.
Well, I'll flip it over. And then let the yolk
Cook
fully...
the yolk side until it's hard?
Well, what I do is I kind of pop the yolk so it kind of like... Because if you flip an egg while the yolk is there...
Yeah, I've never done that.
It'll create like a barrier, and sometimes the yolk will still be inside the egg. If you flipped an egg, you know what I'm talking about. But what you like is sunny side up. What I do is I kind of pop it and then I flip it over.
I've never seen this egg method in my life. I've never seen this. I'm fascinated by this. Have you ever like you don't even dip the toast in the egg yolk or nothing, dude? Bro. You're sleeping on it, dude. You're sleeping.
Do you mind if I pee real quick? I gotta go pee
take a piss,
so
dude.
bad. I think it's the alcohol, even though I just drank one.
Yeah, while we were taking a little break there, you said two of the most disturbing things I've ever heard, I think. You talked about your burger and hot dog preferences, which just completely like flashbanged me. That stunned me. So let's just real quick.
Take it easy on me, guys.
Let's run that back real quick. This is a judgment-free zone, but I need to discuss this here and now. What in the hell did you just say you like your burgers like?
No sauce. So when I go to In-N-Out, I'd say no spread.
Uh-huh.
I don't mind like tomato, lettuce, onion, you know,
For sure.
light tomato. I hate when, there's nothing more I hate when they give me like a bunch of fucking tomato on a burger. I like
one slice.
Yeah,
is
one
all
slice.
you need,
Like
bro.
I don't need too much.
Yeah, I don't need a 2-story building. I don't need a
I'm
double
already
stack.
like, the tomato is only good when it's with something.
For sure.
So my main thing is just no sauce. I don't like ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise. I will not put that on any burger. I don't like bacon on my burger, but I love bacon in of itself. It's just the meats are too contrast to me. Bacon is more sweet.
I can kind of respect the bacon.
And I'm not that big on the bacon. The egg thing, I don't know, it just doesn't. I've tried it. That's the main thing my girlfriend gets. She always gets an egg bacon cheeseburger. I get a regular cheeseburger with lettuce, onion, tomato, and that's it. No sauce. And then hot dogs, I eat them bitches bun and hot dog, just no ketchup, no mustard, no relish, just plain hot dog. That's how I've always been since I was a kid.
Just a bun and a dog?
A bun and a dog that has been cooked on a grill or maybe even in the microwave if
What's
I'm
your take
feeling
on a
extra.
chili dog?
Huh?
What's your take on a chili dog?
Just the chili and the cheese.
Okay, that's valid. That's
Yeah,
valid.
chili
But you'll
cheese
still
dog.
eat it like a normal chili dog?
Oh
chili
yeah,
cheese?
chili cheese dog like from Sonic is good.
Okay.
Like a coney. I've gotten a coney
But
before.
no sauce on a burger is nuts though, dude. Where's
It's
the
just-
moisture?
You know, you're right. But I just don't like mustard. I don't like mayonnaise. I wish they had some other sauce that I liked. Spread, I don't like it because all that is the sauces that I don't like mixed into one fucking,
Yeah,
you know, so.
that's fair.
I understand that
What
I'm
kind of
an
sauce
anomaly.
do you like? Like, what's your sauce like?
Ranch. And I know that's mayonnaise, so people will get, but it doesn't taste the same
Is
at
it?
all. Yeah, when you make like homemade ranch, it's literally mayonnaise and like chives and like all these other herbs and stuff. And
I didn't know that.
I watched my friend make homemade mayo for the first time one time, and I was like, he had like this big jar of Miracle Whip, and I was looking at it like, that's fucking disgusting.
Do you dip your pizza in ranch? Dude, what the you do all this fringe stuff with your food? Your favorite sauce is ranch and you don't dip the pizza in ranch?
No, I don't like pizza and ranch. I think it's like, I also don't like chicken and waffles, but I like them
Dude,
alone.
what?
But I like them alone.
What?
I'm
dude?
gonna make so many people
Oh my
pissed.
god, yo, the dislike bar just multiplied, dude. Fucking, no, I can't believe it though. What? Have
I
you
don't
always
like
been
fish
that way? Like,
either. And I like to fish.
you don't like any fish?
No, I don't like sushi. I've tried it though.
Bro, what?
Fish is
Okay,
just
do you
gross
think
to
you
me.
maybe don't like fish just because you're typically having it in areas that aren't on the ocean? Because honestly,
Oh,
if
dude,
you're
I've
not...
gone to nice places in California where my parents are at
True,
a
you've been to
restaurant.
LA plenty, right?
Yeah, and they're getting fresh fucking.
And still, you're just not it?
I've tried crab, lobster, salmon, calamari. I'll say this: the only thing I haven't tried is sushi and tuna. Well, there's a lot of other
Like
fish
tuna
I
sushi,
haven't
or what do you
tried,
mean
but
by
I'm
that?
saying popular fish. Like people eat a tuna sandwich or canned tuna, like fuck that shit. It smells so rancid to me that I would never even dare to put that shit in my mouth.
Bro, one of my favorite poverty meals when I was broke as shit was tuna rice, dude. I would take, you know,
you couldn't pay
the
me to eat
little
tuna.
microwave like rice cups that you can get at the store.
Yeah.
So I would get a microwave
Rice-a-roni
rice cup.
those types of things or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. It's like they have like like Uncle Ben is one of the brands, I think. A few others.
Yeah.
But it's these like cups of rice you can just microwave and just have like white rice. I would take those and I would take a can of tuna and I would just pour it onto the rice and then just salt and pepper it. And that was like my dinner.
Yeah.
I just like, dude, you're hating on all my favorite stuff.
Sushi, if I don't like regular fish, there's no way I'm gonna like sushi. I'm not gonna like raw fish if I can't even eat it cooked. So I've
Well,
never.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in that. I'm actually gonna say raw fish and cooked fish are totally different vibes. I think if you don't like fish, fresh raw fish actually has less of a fishy flavor than when it's cooked.
Really?
I think so, yeah. Like if you get like a really fresh like
Is fish or like how would you explain the taste of like sushi? Is it its own taste? Like how would you describe it? Is there
Well,
nothing you can relate it to? Or
I think it depends on the type of roll you get, like the type of fish you get in the roll. So like my favorite type of rolls have either raw tuna or raw salmon. I'm a huge salmon guy. And raw salmon, when it's like very fresh and like same day type of fresh, it has like you don't get the fishy taste. It's very sweet. It's almost like a sweet, like savory and sweet. I don't even know how to describe it. It's unique, but I think it's just like raw. Like sushi is very sensitive. Like if you don't get it from a place that is literally putting it in the roll the same day the fish died, like it's probably not gonna be that great. You know, you're gonna start
Gotcha.
getting that fish flavor. So like, as someone like, I hate fishy flavor, bro.
Me
if
too.
it tastes like fish, I'm out. I fucking
that's what has
love
turned me
sushi.
away from. Okay. Well, that sounds reasonable because I'm the same way. Anything that is fishy or smells fishy, it turns me off. I've been to Pike's Place, or I think that's what it's called up in Oregon, and they have this fish market. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's in Seattle, and they have this fish market. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. They're throwing fish everywhere. Oh, I can't. But I love fishing. I love catching fish. But when it comes to, I eat chicken and beef. That's it.
Damn, you're a real American man. You know,
Americans,
Chicken,
they
beef.
like catfish, and so I guess a lot of people out
I've never eaten
in the South
catfish.
and the East Coast like catfish.
You know, have you ever tried gator?
Fuck no,
Really?
never. I would never try that.
Why? What's wrong with gator?
It'd be swampy and disgusting. I don't like.
Dude, no, it's not, bro.
wait,
It's
so
not.
wait, you've tried gator?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were just like throwing that out there.
No, I've
Okay.
had it before.
Is it good? Do you like it or?
It's honestly, generic answer, it's like chicken. Like a lot like chicken. Like I tried
It doesn't taste swampy at all, or like.
no, bro. So I've had like gator bites, like fried gator. It's almost like chicken nuggets, but it's gator instead of chicken.
Damn.
And you just like dip it in sauce, bro. They fry it, super fucking good. It doesn't like on its own. It doesn't really have like a flavor to it. It's like kind of flavorless.
Just like meat.
Yeah,
Just
it's literally
like,
just fucking protein. It's just
Yeah.
meat, you know.
Is it like a luxurious thing, or because you don't hear people eating
No,
alligator?
not.
Is it like
I had it in Florida, and in Florida,
probably more common?
bro, there's gators everywhere in Florida. I went down, I think I was in the Keys with my girl at the time when I tried it. And the Keys is just south of the Everglades, which is like the swampiest part of Florida. It's where most of the gators in the state are. I always mix up alligators and crocodiles. I think it's gators.
Aren't
though.
they the same shit or no?
No, they're different, dude. People get on my ass. They're always like, that's not a gator, that's a crocodile. Well, that's not a crocodile, that's a gator. They're very different, apparently.
I'm sorry, but
I don't
I thought
know.
they were like.
Chris is nodding yes.
Yeah, they're very different.
What is the difference? Like, what are they?
Crocodiles can go in salt water.
Oh.
Alligators are like swamp, more like Louisiana type of.
Alligators get about like 4 times the size as crocodiles, and alligators are more chill. Crocodiles are very aggressive and territorial.
Yeah.
They can go in salt water. Crocodiles will eat anything. Alligators are a little bit more picky eaters.
Yeah.
So the smaller guys are the feisty ones.
Yeah.
Totally.
And crocs are the ones with more like tiny, narrow heads, right?
More teeth, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but they crocodiles have like longer, like snout
Yeah.
range, where alligators are more.
This might be a really dumb question. People might cook me. They're reptiles still, right? Considered?
It's so weird, dude. Crocodiles laying eggs trips me the fuck out. Like, what do you mean?
It's like a
that guy lays
dinosaur egg at
eggs?
that point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
I imagine a crocodile giving birth, dude. Like, pop a baby out, dude. Eggs trip me the fuck out.
Yeah. I
like-
had a nest that formed at the front of my door on my on a Christmas wreath. You know, we never took it down, and a nest formed, and there was eggs in it, and it was a bird that kept coming, so we didn't take it down. I literally have photos I could show you whenever, but of the whole time span of the eggs to hatching to the birds becoming birds and then leaving the nest. I
Yep.
literally watched these little fucking birds at my front door fucking grow up. It was really cool. The bird,
It's probably
the
so
mom
cool to watch.
would go and like get fucking worms and come back, and I'd watch it feed them like through the fucking windows. So crazy to see.
Do you know what kind of
and-
bird it was?
I know the mom was like it was like a regular like smallish brown bird, so obviously that's, I don't know, but then
Yeah.
there was a red one as well that was, so I don't know if it was a mom and a dad or how that works with, but there was 2 birds that were watching over the nest. And it was crazy. When they came out of the egg, they looked like little ball sacks. Like the little pink in the hair and the
Ugly as fuck.
yeah, just like
dude.
all wrinkly. And then they finally like got their feathers in, and yeah, it was crazy to see. Just nature, watching the life.
Yeah, it's just so like you're so tapped into nature here, you know? Like, I mean, obviously we're gonna go check out your crib later, but like you seem like a very like outdoorsy oriented guy, which is kind of unusual because you're from Vegas, yeah?
Yeah. So, I mean that is a good like thing to notice, because even though I come from a desert, anytime I would go on camping trips, or I just had the best time. So I almost felt like I wasn't in where I was supposed to be growing up. Not in the, I love Vegas and I love
Yep.
everything about it. But if you can imagine, every time I got to leave the city, go on a trip, whether it's with my friends, I was friends with a lot of Mormons growing up.
Interesting.
And they would go on these campouts, and I would go with them because they were in the scouts group. Now, I wasn't a part of their group, but I would just be the friend they would bring along.
Yeah.
And we would do fun stuff from rappelling, rock climbing, to fishing. Like, I learned how to gut a fish, do all that shit from...
You got to do all the fun shit.
all the fun shit. So, you know, that is definitely carried forward into my adult years. I'm not like a fucking Eagle Scout or anything, but like I loved being outdoors, and it was something I did as a kid a lot, and so I think I'm in my element, you know?
Yeah, I relate to that a lot too. I was a Boy Scout when I was a kid, but I had allergies really bad when I was young. So one time we went on a camping trip to a cave. Yeah, I was in first grade. I was super young, bro. And we went in this big cave, and we were spending the night inside the cave. So we were literally just putting sleeping bags and like sleeping in like the like wet, moldy fucking cave. and I had like a crazy allergic reaction, and like I was like barely able to breathe in there, and my parents had to pull me out of Boy Scouts because of that. But then I got older, and I like grew out of all my allergies. So now like I'm interested in doing all the outdoor shit
That's
again.
a thing?
Yeah, bro. When I was a kid, I used to be allergic to cats. I have 2 cats now.
How the hell does that even work?
I think you
Gain, like...
scientifically, I don't know, and this is my like 5th bush ice answer. My 5th bush ice answer is you develop a tolerance, like when you smoke weed. You know.
I think so. Kind of
So-
like evolution. But
Yeah,
not,
we evolved, bro.
not really, because it's on a short... All the
Well,
scientific...
that's still evolution, though.
Yeah.
You know, like even if it's on a short scale, that's still evolution.
Yeah,
You know?
your body has evolved to adapt.
You think humans are ever going to evolve? I mean, surely, right?
Haven't we? Weren't humans like smaller years ago? Or
Well, yeah, true.
weren't
Yeah.
people like on average like 5 foot like 3 or 5'4" or some shit, and now it's like 5'7" or 5'8"? I'm not a tall
Do you
guy.
think that's
but
like a full evolution, or is that just like a genetic thing, like
now people
a regional thing or something?
Yeah, because you got to think back in the day, like there wasn't like really race mixing. Everyone just
Yeah.
lived on their fucking continents, and now it's like, bro, you're probably part fucking a million different things. I'm
Yup.
probably a million different things. You know, maybe
Everyone is, yeah.
there's maybe that a part of it, or that's my high thoughts, or we have maybe evolved a little bit. I don't know.
I mean, I'm wondering more so, like, what do you think, like, even more so than minor evolutions, like height or like appearance, like, what is the next species, you know? Because there's like a bunch of different types of humans, like Neanderthals.
Oh, you mean
know?
in that sense?
Yeah, in
Are
that
we
sense,
gonna
like,
change? No, I
what
don't
what
think
happened?
so.
Like, do you think one day there's gonna be a woman who just gets pregnant and she pops out a baby and it's just like Homo sapien 2 or something?
I don't think so.
How does that even happen though, bro? That's like whenever I get fucked up, I start thinking about shit like that.
I don't know how much of that I believe in, but I also, but I'm not one of those people that's like, I know. Dude, there's so much we just don't know. To sit here
Yeah.
and say that I concrete know that this is how humans came to be, and this is honestly,
Well, I think
I
like
don't know.
what
I
everyone-
understand the criticisms when it comes to evolution. I know there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that are a lot smarter than me that can sit here and say, well, there's this and there's this, but I don't understand. I know it's from a very large time scale, but one species changing to the next, like
Yeah.
fish coming out of water.
There's a lot of stuff we just don't know.
Yeah, and I'm
know?
not going to deny it just because I don't understand it. I understand that. But yeah, there's a part of me that I just don't understand how, I know my human brain, you're thinking
Yeah.
over the millions of years how a fish can come out of water, turn into a reptile. Like, we've never seen an animal turn into another animal. We've seen maybe animals adapt to the environment
Yep.
where, I don't know, maybe... I can't even think of anything right now. Maybe their wings get better, or their ability to camouflage in something because they're they need to stay alive. I don't know. But again, I'm just a stoner. I don't know things, so
Can I grab my joints that are over there actually, real quick?
Did you have reading logs as a kid? Do you remember those?
I used to get in trouble every fucking year, dude, because
My
they'd
mom
send
was
us home in
strict on that
summertime,
shit.
dude. My mom tried to be. I just was a real delinquent.
My mom didn't play around, dude. I had to come home from school, and the first thing I had to do was my homework. And this
Yep.
comes back to the fruit thing, talking about bananas. And I look back, and this is a great job of her. She's trying to, do what's best for her kids. She made me eat a bowl of fruit, whatever it was, whether it was like apple, banana, strawberry. I had to eat fruit every day I came home from school. And I just remember...
Veggies too, or just fruit?
Just fruit. Fruit was like,
Interesting.
because veggies would be at dinner. Fruit was like, my mom would make me eat that after school.
Yeah.
So I remember I'd be like, because she'd made me do the reading long, it was 20 minutes every day. I used to read a lot of Harry Potter and Diary of the Wimpy Kid. Those were like my 2 favorite books.
Yep.
So I'd be like, reading my book and then like eating fruit. And I just remember bananas. So I had my mom stop, and it has to be mild because whenever I have like a strawberry banana smoothie, I'm good. There's like, but it's something about the actual banana, like when I'm chewing it and swallowing it, I don't know, makes
Yeah.
my throat a little itchy. But I've never had a reaction where, oh shit, I can't breathe, you know, kind of like you were describing.
What's your like fruit tier list? Like, what's your like goated fruit? I feel like everyone has a different answer.
Dude,
Fruit's
that's a
so
hard one
subjective.
because I feel like the really basic answer, everyone's gonna like say strawberry, shit like
That's
that.
not basic, dude. I feel like every fruit is so different. That's a valid answer. You can say strawberry.
We were talking about it earlier off camera. I really like green apple.
Bro,
Not only
green
like
apple's a
synthetic,
vibe.
like candy, like green apple Jolly Rancher, but
Yep.
green apples and like peanut butter, dude.
Damn. That's a combo that I haven't had since I was like literally like a kid. I remember this is gonna be kind of a crazy combo. I do the green apples, the peanut butter, Cheez-Its, brother.
Wow, that sounds good. A little bit of saltiness on the
Yup,
side.
dude, you get the crunch, you get the saltiness, dude, with the butter, with the apple, bro. When I was a kid, dude, my little fat ass, bro, I used to stack that shit up like a burger almost, dude. That shit was lit. That was a combo.
So I really like green apples, strawberries, of course. What else is there that I really like? Because I like a lot of fruit. It's almost hard to like, what am I in the mood for? You know?
What do you?
Let me just say what I don't like.
There we go.
That'll be easier. Mango, we talked about that. I'm not really too big on mango.
Kind of agree with you there too.
Like grapefruit, any of the like fruits that are like, I like all the basic shit, just keeping it real. I like grapes. I like apple, banana, even though I'm kind of allergic to it. I still like it. Just try not to eat it. Blueberries, they're cool. I'm not like crazy about them. Raspberries, I have to be in the mood for them. Sometimes they're a little too sour. You know, like you get the raspberries and it's like,
I love raspberries,
Yeah.
dude. Blueberries, I think, I don't like blueberries alone. They have to be a part of something.
like in a parfait or
Yeah, like a
smoothie.
parfait or like, bro, blueberry pie goes ape shit.
My favorite
like-
pie is a coconut cream pie.
That is like the last answer I would have expected you to say for favorite pie. I don't even
know,
think I've
dude,
ever
it's
had a
so
coconut cream pie.
fire, dude. It's so good. I don't remember where.
What is it? Just coconut? Like, what does it taste like?
Yeah, but like this, but creamy, like super like I don't know if I'd say vanilla-y, but just that creamy, like I don't know how to
You got some
describe it.
wacky taste buds, bro. You got some real like out there like preferences.
I guess so. I guess so.
I've just never like all the stuff you've been saying today. Like, no mangoes, I agree with actually. I also don't like mangoes.
Yeah.
But like, coconut cream pie is something I would expect like a fucking serial killer to tell me their favorite fucking pie is.
Why?
I didn't even know that was a pie, dude.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
I thought it was pretty common. I don't know. Every time I've had it at like a nice restaurant, like especially like a nice classic American diner, they got some good coconut cream pie
Yep.
out here, you know? Dude, that shit is so good. It's just, I'm not even that big of a pie person, you know? Like when Thanksgiving comes around, like yeah, I'll eat a little bit of pumpkin pie, of course, but I need some like Cool Whip on it and
Yeah.
but yeah.
Dude, Thanksgiving's got to be my favorite holiday, bro.
Really?
I adore Thanksgiving. My mom pops off every year, dude.
What's your favorite? Oh, you might give me some shit, but
No. Let's hear this right now, dude. Your food preferences are so wild, there's nothing you could say that could surprise me at this point.
Okay.
Nothing. You already threw me a wild curveball with the burger and hot dog.
I'll just say what I like and what I don't like. Like my
Okay.
my ideal Thanksgiving plate. I love my mom and dad, but they couldn't cook turkey the proper way.
Okay.
It was always dry as hell, so I thought
Yeah.
I didn't like turkey until
That was my
had.
dad's side of the family for sure.
You know, I went to my friend's house one time and he did this like he wove bacon and like basted it with so much. Dude, it was
Oh.
the best turkey I've ever fucking had. Like, oh my god, turkey's so good.
Bacon weave on the turkey?
Like they like wove the turkey over it and then like cooked it like that in the oven on top of, you know, stuffing the turkey, all the other shit they did, and it was
sounds
so
fucking
good.
amazing.
And this is coming from me who don't even like bacon mixed with like burger. I normally like bacon in of itself, but it was
Yup.
so good. So I like turkey, but I'm picky. I can't eat no dry ass turkey. Ham, it's good. I don't go crazy for it, but I like ham.
Mm-hmm.
Mashed potatoes, that is my number one thing. I fucking love
Valid.
mashed potatoes.
Valid, dude.
I'm picky on the gravy though. It has to be good gravy. I don't like no.
Do you have like a color of gravy that you like?
I would say brown gravy
Okay.
with mashed potatoes.
Valid.
But also, I could eat straight mashed potatoes with butter, just butter, like butter and mashed potatoes.
That's dedication. That's real mashed potato enjoyment.
I love mashed potatoes. Mac and cheese, I'll eat the shit out of that if they have it. Very big on green bean casserole.
Oh my god,
Oh, dude, that
bro.
shit with the crunchies on top, you know?
I think you would like my mom's green bean casserole, dude. She
Probably
whips that
would,
shit
dude.
up. Fucking.
I
that's
just
gotta
don't
be my
like
favorite.
stuffing. I just never. I know. I've tried it. Maybe it was the stuffing
I almost
ate.
threw my joint out of like shock and.
I'll say this, maybe it was the stuffing I ate growing up because, like I said, I had turkey at my friend's house and it was like really good when I thought I didn't like turkey.
Yep.
So maybe it was just the way it was prepared. And I'm not too big on the cranberry. That's like whatever. But isn't that like all the
I
Thanksgiving?
think that's everything, bro. You
everything.
covered all of it.
So
Sweet
I guess
potato.
I'm not.
Yeah, I
I'll pass
don't
on that.
know
I'll
what the
pass
fuck
on
about
that.
sweet potato either.
Yeah, my plate will be turkey, mashed potatoes, casserole, green bean casserole.
That's
mainly.
actually very valid.
little bit of ham, maybe.
The no stuffing is kind of unbelievable, but like.
I will
what are you gonna
admit
do?
that as much my mom can cook good for sure, and there's a lot of things she made that were super good growing up. But just turkey, man, that was one of the things that, like, looking back, it was always so fucking dry.
Yeah.
No offense.
Do you ever cook it all yourself?
I used to when I was single, but not anymore. I can't tell you the last
Your
time.
girl cook?
Yeah, she
that'll
whips
do
it
it.
up at home, and I
That'll do
I
it.
haven't cooked anything since I can't even remember.
You know, it's I don't know if you notice this at all, but for me, I feel like our generation doesn't cook. Like
Yeah.
people our age don't cook shit, dude.
It's the fast life.
Yeah, it's like all like my parents, both my mom and my dad, all my like aunts and uncles, they all cook, bro. All of them know how to cook.
Yeah.
Like at a base level. Like even my like drunkest uncle, who's a quote unquote shitty cook, has made good meals for me multiple times.
Yeah.
You know? And like in my
They didn't
age
eat out
group,
as much, I think, in their generation. It was more of a like luxurious or like a every an occasion thing. Nowadays, people I think are so busy, multiple jobs. I don't got fucking time to come home and cook and then clean
Yep.
dishes. There's also so much more fast food around. I think that has to do with it personally. And then back then, like, it was just a thing to do. People cooked at home, you know.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, dude, imagine being from that era with like no internet. How do you pass time?
I think that it was perfectly fine back at the time because that's all you knew. You didn't.
True.
You couldn't. Nowadays, everyone's addicted to the internet. I'm not saying I am too. Just
I'm
as every-
addicted as fuck. It's bad, dude.
to the phones, everything, you know. But you have to imagine, it's like, let's say something else comes out in the future, and people are gonna look back on us and say, "Well, how did you guys live without it?" Well, we didn't know. We're just living with what we have, you know. So, I think back then, like to pass time, I think things were a lot more authentic and organic, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen some like old. I have VHS footage from, you know, when I was a really little kid and stuff from my parents' film before I was born at like family, friends, and gathering and events and like no cell phones. I hate to sound all boomer, but everyone interacting. It looked really different. And like, I'd wish, like, as much as I love technology, I just wish we still like,
There definitely is a level of
You
like
know.
awkwardness to everything now because everyone's so glued to their phones.
Yeah.
You know?
an internet culture kind of bleeds into real life and people.
It's weird,
they
man.
like, you know, people can act a certain way by how the internet raised them, because now you have, you know, people are, I would say our age, you know, we saw both of it.
We did.
We didn't grow up with like,
I remember when the iPhone came out.
yeah, exactly. We remember, you were in middle school when Instagram came out, right?
Around, yeah, I
Around
remember.
that time, because
my
we're the same
first
age,
social
so if I
media
remember
app
right.
was I think it was Snapchat, bro. My first was Snapchat because I had a little girlfriend in 7th grade that I was trying to talk to on there.
Yeah.
And like then Instagram and Twitter popped up at the same time, and I had a Facebook. I made that shit in elementary school to play Farmville.
Yeah, Facebook was,
You
there was
know?
MySpace before it, but the rule in my family was no cell phone until middle school, which I think was valid, and also no social media until middle school. But by the time I got into 6th grade, Facebook was like I think it wasn't outdated, but Instagram was the new cool thing.
For sure. Yeah.
So I didn't even make a Facebook. I still don't even have a Facebook to this day. I made an Instagram account, and that's what I had. And it was still completely different. It was like, look at my Starbucks, you know, or look at what I'm eating today, or out chilling with the dog. And now think of what Instagram is: stories, reels.
It's everything. It's the one-stop shop social media app.
So we're at a unique perspective where we really watched things evolve, you know.
Yeah.
We didn't have no technology. We definitely had technology, but we watched it like really fucking change.
It exploded.
It changed so much. So I think that when I was talking about, I'm an outdoors guy, but I was inside playing video games. I had my Game Boy, but I was also outside all the fucking time. There was no like, my parents never had to tell me to go outside. That was never a thing.
Mine
if anything,
did,
they'd have to tell me to come back inside. That, you know, like, hey, it's too late. Come back inside. You know. But I still like, I played video games. You know. So, but that's just kind of how it was for me growing up.
Yeah, kids don't go outside now, bro, and like it's interesting. I remember. Do you remember what your first phone was?
Yes. I couldn't sit here and like remember exactly, but I know.
My first smartphone, I remember vividly.
Me too. I had an HTC Android from Cricket.
Nice.
That's all we could afford, you know. I remember a lot of the other kids were getting the iPhones, and we weren't broke by any means, but iPhones were, I think, more of a luxurious thing at that
Back
time.
then,
You kinda
absolutely.
Had to have
It was
money
around like iPhone 5 is when they got normal.
when everyone kind of started having them. But at that point, I was so fucking stoked with my little HTC Cricket. Like, oh my goodness, it has apps.
I can touch the screen?
I know, it has apps, and I can take pictures.
Yeah.
And I can play games, and it has a touch screen. Because I had, you say the first phone, it was not a flip, but the slide. It was just like the vertical slide one. And then my next phone after that was the one, I think it slid forward, and then it also went horizontal. Like where you had the keypad. And then after that is when I got the Cricket, whatever, had that for a while. And then I finally got an iPhone. And I think my first iPhone, I had to have been a sophomore or a junior in high school. I think junior, maybe probably sophomore.
Damn.
Somewhere around there.
I remember I got mine in 8th grade. That was I had a Samsung Galaxy. I don't remember which one, but it was nice at the time.
I had a Galaxy
for
too. I
Christmas.
skipped. I had the HTC and I had the Galaxy S3 and then iPhone.
I think the S3 is what I had too. It was white. And it was like a like circular shape almost.
Yeah,
like
rounded
the edges were rounded. Yep, for
I had
sure.
that same exact phone, and I was at the point where I remember I was team Android. There was like, there was that big.
People were beefing about it on Instagram,
I remember,
dude.
and I like the Android because I could customize it. Now iPhones are fucking superior. I don't care what anyone says. You can do all the things Androids can do, the customization, but like at that point, Android did have a lot of features that you really couldn't do with iPhone. You know, iPhone was very closed source. I don't know if that's the right like.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the right word for it. Yeah, you can't modify iOS in like any way. Like it just is what it is.
Jack shit you could do to it, and then if you do, then you jailbreak your phone. That's a whole warranty issue, and then they obviously don't want you to do that.
To be fair, Apple doesn't honor their warranties for shit anyways, dude. You go to the Apple store, they'll try anything to pull out of their ass to say like the damage is your fault, you know? Have you ever had to take your iPhone back to an Apple store to like file a claim?
Never. I've always just like I use a phone until it's done, and then I buy the new one. But yeah, no, I've never had that experience, honestly.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
You go there and there's no reason to pay for the warranty because
they try any reason to like bait you into making them think you damaged the phone yourself. Like it's not a warranty like thing. Like they'll try to
so they can hold you responsible.
Yeah, they'll be like, so how, like when you bring for like a screen replacement, for example. The one time I went to an Apple Care store, I remember I went to an Apple store because I had the Apple Care plan because my screen had broken. But apparently, according to what they told me at the store when I brought it, this is when I was way younger, bro. I was like fucking, I don't know, teenager still. I think I was in high school. And I brought my iPhone into the Apple store, and like they asked me all these questions about like how the screen got broken and shit. And they were like, "Oh yeah, like if you broke it yourself, like we can like help you find a new phone and stuff." And I'm like,
They're just
I
trying to
don't
get you
want
to
a
buy
new
a whole
phone,
other
bro.
phone.
Like I want like a new screen. And they're like, "Well, how'd you break your screen?" And like I explained to them, I dropped it. So like it was my fault, But like,
The thing you sign states like if it's your fault, then
bro, they basically just kept like redirecting me to sell me a new phone, and I was like, I didn't have any money at that point, I had like $40 in my account, so I'm like, damn, bro, I just left, dude. I remember I left and got high, dude. But yeah, it's we're like the perfect age to have seen all of it.
yeah.
My first phone was a flip phone, and then I got the Galaxy, just like you, and like these kids nowadays. I still remember going outside. Like, I remember going to my friend's house and walking down the street unsupervised and fucking
Knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door.
And
Yeah, his parents let me in.
So and so come out to play.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
Or I come inside and like we go upstairs to his room or whatever and like chill. Like it was that. And kids don't get that anymore. Like, I don't see kids playing outside. These kids, like, from the moment they're like fucking conscious almost, have an iPad.
Yeah. And it's tough because, I'm not a parent, but I think a lot of the times it's an easy, like, pacifier.
It's like auto.
Bro,
you got a big ass thing on your ass. What is that?
I don't know, but it's fucking pissed.
You want me to like attack it?
No,
oh, he's
good.
on me. Wait, oh no, he's back on you. What should we do?
Wait till it just fucks off. It'll probably.
What if he never fucks off?
Then I'll just sit here and he's gone.
What kind of bug is that, you think?
Either like a huge fat horsefly. I didn't get to see it. I could just kind of like hear it.
That just sounds scary. I don't know what a horsefly is, but I don't like
They're
that.
like, take a housefly and just like 3 times
Oh.
bigger. They're just huge. Maybe not 3. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but they're just way bigger of a normal housefly. I think they can bite you, but they normally won't. They're annoying as fuck. Like, I don't know if that's what that is. That was maybe like a small hornet or something like that. I don't know.
That guy was on ass, dude.
But yeah.
Was on fucking ass. So, we kind of talked earlier how, like, you're not really doing psychedelics anymore at all, yeah?
I haven't in a while. Like, I feel like it would be really cool to definitely do it at my property now.
Are you, like, thinking about getting back into it sometime soon? Giving it another go?
Yeah. Like, it's been a while since I haven't done it in a while, so I think it would be cool to, have another trip and just, see what happens. It's been a little while, so.
Do you kind of like go through phases with your psychedelics where sometimes you're like really into them and then you don't?
I think so. I think when I first really got into mushrooms, and I finally, because the first time I took them, it's actually funny when you were saying bad trips. I've never had a bad trip, but the first time I took them, I didn't have a good time. But I won't consider it a bad trip. So the first time I took it, I just kind of got sick and nauseous and didn't really like feel that good. I remember I was tripping, but all I could do was lay there. I remember I was just laying on the grass in my backyard, just like waiting for it to pass over because I didn't like how it was making me feel.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, you were saying like how sometimes I go off on these tangents, but you were saying...
I mean, dude, this is a podcast. This is a perfect place to go off on a tangent.
Right.
So.
If I ever get into it. So once I really had a good experience with mushrooms and I'm like, this is what everyone's talking about, that's when I really started doing a lot of it. And once I learned how to enjoy it, and once I just had a good trip, because it was like the first time wasn't too good, second time wasn't that good, third time I had an amazing time. And during that period of time, I'd say it was 2017 all the way up into 2020 is when I used mushrooms the most. From 2017 to 2020, maybe a little bit of 2021. But those were the years where I did DMT, and it was every other month for me, or maybe once a month, and a lot of it was for kind of how I explained earlier. I'd be taking them by myself. But dude, don't get me wrong, I've had plenty of fun times where me and the homies, we rented an Airbnb one time in Lake Arrowhead, California. It's where they make Arrowhead water. We were, I didn't know that, but it's
kind of shitty water, honestly.
Yeah, right. But we were there for like some weed event or something. We got an Airbnb up in the mountains, and that was probably one of the funnest mushroom trips I've had with friends. Like I just remember being up in the mountains and like just all of my good friends in an Airbnb.
Yeah.
We're all tripping, smoking on a nice property, and it was just really fun. Like just laughing and good times. We're just conversating, and so I love mushrooms. I think they're definitely they are my favorite psychedelic.
Would you say that was like your favorite shroom trip you've had?
Yeah, there was one shroom trip I took that was so enjoyable by myself one time. I've had plenty of them where I really enjoyed, where I would just sit in my room and watch like a TV show that I really enjoyed. Like one time I got really into That 70s Show,
Ooh, that's a banger.
and that was really fun
That's
to
a
watch
banger.
on mushrooms. I would hang out in my room. So either way, we're talking about, you asked me, one of my favorite trips. So I would definitely say yes, that one time in the mountains, but there was one time where I was in my room and I was taking mushrooms. Maybe it was That 70s Show. I can't remember which show I was watching. I just remember that was a show I did enjoy to watch on mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I just decided I'm going to go on a walk. And it was like 3 in the morning. And I'm just, Vegas suburb, regular neighborhood. And I just went on a walk at night in my neighborhood by myself, walking around. I don't know how to explain. I was just enjoying myself, just something as simple as going on a walk. And I started thinking to myself, obviously I'm tripping on mushrooms. It's 3 a.m. Why isn't anyone else outside? It's so nice out. Like, why doesn't it? But it's 3 a.m. Obviously everyone's inside
Yep.
sleeping. But I just remember thinking, dang, why don't people go outside and walk around more? This is
The
so...
vibes were flowing
Yeah.
at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I was just walking around the neighborhood, and I, live in a nice neighborhood, and
Yeah.
I'm just like walking around, like this is really nice, and it's something as simple as that. Like that's one of the mushroom chips I really fucking enjoyed, along with the one with my friends, and
I think that's the, one of the kind of beautiful things about psychedelics is it just makes you appreciate like the stupid little shit that like normally you
That's-
take for granted,
yep, that's a really big thing. I agree.
This would be a sick spot to trip.
It would.
honestly. This would be nuts.
Fun story. My girlfriend ate mushrooms here last time,
Uh-huh.
and some weird ass dude pulled up on a fucking 4-wheeler. Some old. Okay, I don't want to hate on no one because they're old, but he looked
Yeah.
fucking kind of
Ancient?
yeah,
Okay.
on like a 4-wheeler, wearing like overalls and could barely speak. Like pulled up. I'm like fishing. She was just like sitting down, like tripping balls. I'm just catching fish. And he like started trying to talk to us, but I could not understand what he was saying. And after like the conversation of literally nothing, I couldn't even understand him. I'm just sitting there fishing. He just sits there in his quad. He's just like staring at us. Look behind you. Look at that thing.
What? That's cool, actually. Oh, what the fuck? What is that?
I don't know. Some sort of like.
It's like a swan or
Yeah,
something,
swan or-
dude. There's like a little swan over there.
I don't mean to redirect the attention, but I just saw that and I think it looks cool.
No, that's cool, actually. He's just vibing over there.
Looking for some fish. You can dip his little beak in there and.
Wow, yeah, get a good video of him for sure. That's a chill little guy. Damn.
Yeah, a lot of the water over here is it's really shallow whenever we fish.
Yeah, I mean, we came out here not just to chill, but we brought some fucking fishing rods out with us
well,
today.
definitely. You said you've never fished before.
Okay, I have deep sea fished on a boat one time when I was like 12, but like it's not the same thing. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
rods are
not.
literally held in place,
Onto
and
the
all I
thing.
did was just reel up.
I know what you mean.
You
I
know?
did that too in Florida, and dude, we all got sick.
I remember I actually enjoyed it, but a lot of people were throwing up.
Yeah, I remember I had to keep, and I get bad motion sickness already, so that was not good for me. I remember because we went on like a tour type of thing. They had like the dude driving the boat. It was like a paid thing. My uncle lives in Florida, so he
Yeah.
took us, and they kept telling me jump in the water because it'll kind of like equal out your equilibrium. And I remember I'd jump in the water and give me temporary relief, and I'd get back in the boat, and then dude, by the end of the trip, once we all came back, like me, my brother, my mom, my dad, my uncle, everyone was all fucking sick and just like, but it's also in, it was a while back, but it was probably a humid day in Florida. That's
Yeah.
not fucking helping shit. You know,
So humid in Florida, bro. I can't do it.
you know the bugs out here are bad, but anyone watching this in Florida, like you guys have bugs on another level.
Florida's worse.
Like right now, I can't stop itching because they like to get my ankles. I don't know why.
Dude, they're really eating you. I'm actually not getting fucked
Dude,
up
I
that
have
bad.
I don't know what
I've
it is.
smacked a couple off me.
My blood type. Yeah, no, I get bit up a lot, and during the summer it gets so bad where, dude, sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night from my leg itching so bad.
Really?
I'm not joking. I'll be like, I can't go to sleep because I can't stop itching, and I got to go put this like antihistamine anti-itch cream on my
shit.
fucking legs, like to kind of stop the itching because, dude, the bugs love my blood.
Damn.
I don't know what it is, man. I got that.
My blood's not very appetizing. Like, they don't really fuck with me. You know? I'm just not what they're looking for, I guess. But I don't know about you. I kind of want to get
pure
fishing.
blood. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess so. You want to get to fishing?
Sure, dude. Yeah.
Let's
sure.
fucking run it, dude. You're the expert here, so I mean, what do we bring? Let's do a little.
All right. Should we
gear
just
check.
go over or wait for the camera to adjust? Or
I mean, I assume we need a minute for you to grab everything.
here,
yeah?
how about this? You just stay there. I'll bring everything over here,
That works.
and then like over here, it's a little bit shallow.
Well, we're gonna have to move to go fish, anyways, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Just give us a run through.
yeah, I'll give you a run through. I'll bring everything over.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember well, actually, it was when you visited. We went to Eric's old apartment. I know he just moved, but
Yeah.
that place seemed all right as
Yeah.
far as like.
Was it the one in Hollywood or was it?
I think it was in Hollywood, close to that ramen place.
Yeah. That was in Hollywood.
Yeah. I also wanted to mention this dude. So when we first met and we went to, I just feel like I have to say this, whether it's on recording or not. Do you remember we went to that really expensive restaurant?
No, honestly.
I know you guys got kind of wasted. So it was I don't remember the name, but you had to like walk down stairs, and it was like.
Was it like an escalator type stairs? Like it was like on the second story of a mall? Almost?
Dude, I wish I remember the name, but
Because if so, I know exactly where you're talking
and
about.
it's like, I think it's Japanese or something.
Was it like K-barbecue style or like where we make
No, they don't make it. I wish I could remember, but what I was gonna say is, this was right after the Sovereignty event. I was like, yo, let's go get some food.
Oh
And-
my god! Now the Sav event
And,
brought
and
it
then
back.
Eric also brought like one of his friends, like this one girl. But dude, so when we went, I didn't expect us to go to this expensive place. At this time, I was like super broke. I was like barely able to go out there. And it was the dude who also was like, what's his? I just said his name. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's okay. We don't like him here, so it's okay.
Well, it came
But-
to when we were gonna pay the bill, and I was ready to just like do my portion. And then fucking Eric or someone goes, let's do fucking card roulette. Dude,
you
and the bill
lose?
was like no. I awkwardly just sat back and didn't put my card in the thing because I couldn't. And I felt really bad after the fucking whoever paid for it because I didn't know that's how you guys were doing it. So I just want to say sorry for that because
I'm not gonna lie,
didn't
I
put
don't
my-
remember that.
Yeah.
And also, like, you were our guest, so like I don't think anyone cared.
Yeah,
you know?
no, because I just remember after the Sovereignty event, we wanted to go out to eat, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, we'll go somewhere. And I'm thinking, like, hell yeah, I can cover myself. I got
Well, I
enough-
appreciate that you cared so much about that. I don't think it's okay though.
I
you
just,
know?
like, I don't know, it was like my first time meeting you,
Yeah.
And I didn't want, like, I'm really not, like, the type of, like, freeloader, so it just kind of, like, bothered me. I didn't say anything in the
Well,
moment.
I've you
but I
I've you
didn't
going
wanna,
out to
like,
dinner is the same way as like
I was super, like, not super, but I just did not have the money to pay for that at the time.
No,
so
I get,
was, like,
dude. LA is fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
LA's the only place where you can go out to like a normal dinner with a few people and it's $1,000.
Yeah,
know?
it was
Like,
over
I-
1,000. I remember the bill, and I was like, "Fuck, dude."
I mean, knowing the kind of places, I don't remember exactly this night, but knowing the kind of places that like, me and like my friends go to in LA, it couldn't have been anything super fancy, exquisite. It was probably just a lot of people there, right?
it was me, you, that one dude, Eric, and then some girl.
I mean, dude, yeah, that sounds about right. Me and my girl go to like a Mexican restaurant, and all we get is enchiladas, and it's $100 for two people.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's just LA's
But also,
fucked
there
up.
was lots of rounds of alcohol.
That'll do it.
There
That'll do
was
it.
lots of appetizers, and I remember I was
Sounds
just
about right.
sitting there.
Yep.
I was like, shit. I was like sitting there like these guys.
Well,
but yeah,
you know, it's card roulette was something that at the time we played, and now the economy's gotten worse, and we don't play that anymore.
yeah, dude.
That was the era where all the THCA companies had a lot of money.
I think
So it's
it
time to
was-
play card roulette.
I think it was the guy who ended up having to pay for it. You said you didn't like, and he just put it on the like business. Like, well, this will just be a business expense if I.
Good.
I hope I'm not saying too much.
No,
or-
say plenty, dude.
I
Say
just-
plenty. Say whatever you want. I don't give a damn, dude. We don't. I don't go on anymore. I don't do anything with them. No disrespect to them, dude. Best of luck to them.
I
but-
didn't mean to bring that up.
No, that's
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
fine, dude. But that's, I remember it now that you bring it up. I just vaguely remember. I must have been sloshed that day.
You didn't seem like it to me. I think you were like.
I hold my liquor pretty well,
Yeah,
man.
I
I'm
think
not gonna
so.
lie. I mean, I'm
probably
pretty
it.
drunk right now.
Yeah.
but
So no,
like-
now you were
I'm like
maybe acting a little more drunk.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, rolling again. Yeah. That I just remember. I must have gotten drunk as fuck at that dinner that we had because I
Yeah.
really I vividly remember the Pine Park episode we did. I remember
Yeah.
like when we linked up and like chatted on the pod and stuff.
I think that was the next morning because I spent
it?
I spent the night at Eric's house in my
I remember chilling with you outside of Pine
and
Park.
I wore
for
that. I
sure.
woke up in that same outfit, and then wore that same because I just went to sleep in my jeans.
Fuck it, man.
And like I was wearing this all black fit. I had like black jeans, a black shirt, a black plaid,
Yeah.
and like I just like fell asleep on his couch, wearing that, and then the next morning, fucking, we woke up and just went to go do the podcast, and like, yeah, that's how that happened. So I believe, yeah, it was the night before when we did the dinner.
Damn.
Because
Yeah.
the day before was the sovereignty event.
That makes sense then. That makes sense then. You know what, dude? The bong that I got at that sovereignty event, I'm ashamed to even say this. I just broke it.
Was it like the like kind of
Amber purple,
Purple, yeah, the
imperial.
purple color.
It was the
I remember
G-line
that one.
into imperial, and
I just remember the color. I don't remember the exact perk, but
It was beautiful,
dang,
man.
dude.
I just broke it the other day.
How did that happen?
So I was washing it in the sink, and
That's
I
how it always happens.
every time, dude. You're trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
You're trying to be a good person and do right by your bong, and you break it. I was washing it in the sink, and I picked it up. My hand was wet. I was emptying out the Zaps, and I guess like some Zaps were still on my hand, bro. I picked it
Slippery.
up from the like top half, and it just slipped right out of my hands and fell. And the worst part is I had an ash catcher in it, so the ash catcher broke too.
Oh, the
So
Sauve
the
ash.
Sauve
Oh.
shower head ash catcher, the down like the big one,
Oh,
not the
the
dry
nice
catch.
one.
Yeah. So I lost that. I lost the Sauve itself. The bowl piece is okay.
Aren't those like ash catchers? They're like the dry ones are like a few $100. So what the fuck is
It
the?
was a $500.
Yeah,
ash
dude,
catcher.
they're expensive. I love sovereignty, but some of it is really, really expensive. But
For sure.
I get it though.
You know, a lot of people, they like people who specifically don't own the pieces. When I tell them how much I paid for my glass, they're like, "Oh, you're an idiot."
I've
you
gotten
know?
that
You
before
get that a
too.
lot.
For sure. You know, I've
There
collected
really is
glass
a
and-
difference, though, isn't there?
There is, for
Like,
sure.
A lot of people don't understand that, like, if you're someone who just wants to take a bong rip and you don't care any further than that, you don't care how smooth it is, then maybe there isn't a difference, you know?
But if you're a bong person, I've always been a bong person.
Me too, yeah.
This is my favorite way of smoking, you know? I want the best, nicest bong, you know?
Yep.
And yeah, they make really dope shit, so I understand the price point, but yeah, no, it's nothing like against them at all. You know, I understand. They have like some of the best glass out there, so
Yeah, they're
especially when it comes to bongs smoking out of tubes, you know,
and at scale too. It's really
Mm-hmm.
hard to make that many pieces that are sick.
that are that good,
You know.
and consistent.
A lot of other production glass brands have kind of fallen off, you know, like not to name any names and like
Yeah.
be a dickhead, but like there's a lot of big glass brands that were cool 10 years ago that no one fucking buys anymore.
Yeah.
You know, but Sovereignty has held up. you know?
Yeah, they were. I remember, as a matter of fact, one of my super old friends, like talking neighborhood friend who lived next door to me, he ended up becoming a stoner before me. And when he saw what I was doing with my YouTube channel and I was smoking out of a fake roar from DH Gate. You know, that was, and I thought it was a real roar at the time, which is really funny. But he kept telling me, bro, you got to get Sovereignty. And I had no idea. And this is like 2015, maybe 2016. And he's like, bro, you got to get Sovereignty. And I remember looking it up, seeing the prices and being like, God. But then I also didn't, you know, I was way younger. I didn't understand. But, you know, as I have been more around in the weed scene, I've, you know, you see, okay, it's like real art, you know. I remember going to Seattle. I always get Oregon and Washington confused sometimes. They're so similar.
the same damn
it's like
thing,
the same fucking state almost.
Just merge them, dude. We
Yeah.
got 49 states.
But I was in Seattle staying with this guy, Bumpasaurus 420. Shout out to him. He has the craziest Voorhees collection. I think he has more Voorheeses than like anyone ever. But I just remember that was one of the first guys to introduce me. And I know that's not Sovereignty. It's kind of like the dab rig.
Still heady glass,
but
though.
still heady glass. That was what introduced me into that. And then just going to the different glass shows, he really put me onto that. And that's how I started like learning about all these different artists. I remember seeing Phil Siegel make it. You know, he's the dude who makes those wizards.
he does the wizard. I love those, bro.
I saw him blowing glass at some convention when I was like 16 or 17 years old. You know, I
want a wizard so
I was pretty
fucking
fucking young
bad,
at that
dude.
time. So
Wizard is 100% on my bucket list of glass. Like,
yeah, his wizards are wizards. I can't talk. They're really cool.
Have you ever hit one?
I have, yeah.
How do they function?
Dude, it was such a long time ago. I'm sure it was really good. I can't sit here and say like, but yeah, any of his pieces I'm sure hit really fucking good. You know.
Do you have like a favorite glass artist overall?
Yes. Even though I don't own any of their stuff.
Who comes to mind?
There's two artists. There's Jay Smart.
Okay.
He makes like, because I like the sculpted pieces. Don't get me wrong, I love the functional pieces, but I like the cartoon stuff where they make like a sculpted like Bugs Bunny or like a Pokemon. And then there's Saiyan glass, like Super Saiyan.
Oh, I've seen his stuff.
Dude,
yeah.
his Pokemon sculpted work is like 1-to-1 accurate. Like sometimes you see, and no offense, some glass blowers, you know, not all of them are as good as, you know.
100%.
And some stuff looks a little wonky. It
Shit
doesn't
looks
look
disabled,
yeah,
bro.
It
You get,
it looks
damn,
like
that's a retarded Sonic, you know?
100%. But this guy's, and again, I could buy it, but it's expensive, man. I just, it's hard for me to justify buying it, at least me, but I love their work, you know, as much as I don't even have it. Might sound stupid, but when I think of like heady artists that come to mind, just, yeah, like I'd follow their pages. I've also seen them at a few different like Glass Vegas or something like that, and I see their work in person, and it's like, my God, this full-bodied like Blastoise or like the Charizard, you know. I like that type of stuff. But then again, I love the functional, like, cool recyclers and tubes and, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite right now, you know, Bluegrass?
Yeah, he makes the lamps.
Bro, those
the
lamps,
lava
are
lamps?
what I'm into right now,
Yeah.
dude. I bought one last year. It might have been 2 years ago now. And, like, it's really expensive, so it's a really big deal for me. Cause,
Yeah,
like,
I understand.
I've never paid that much money for a piece.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I went to Eric's house, and I hit one of his fucking Bluegrass lamps.
I didn't even know he had one.
And
Eric has a pretty good collection.
He does, yeah. He has a clear one with a green perk in it, and it's fucking awesome. And I ripped it, caught me off guard because the function's amazing. Like, it's the kind of piece where like, it looks cool and the function's amazing. That's a pretty rare combo. And I remember a couple months went by, and Made Gallery in Chicago, shout out to Made Gallery, they're the glass plug in Chicago, putting on for the culture there, of course. They had like a green and, no, it's not green, it's like orange and purple and red and a little green-ish tint, like all these different colors. They had that one, and it was like they were posting on Instagram every day. It was like it was fate almost that I picked it up. Like they couldn't get rid of it,
Yeah.
and then I copped it finally. And it's my dude. I don't use any of my other dab breaks anymore.
That's just your go-to.
That's the only fucking one I use now, dude.
So not only obviously you like the way it looks, it just functions really,
Dude, it's
really good.
crazy.
It rages, it chugs, it
slams.
Yeah.
Bro, I've done gram dabs out of that thing. It takes it like a man.
Yeah.
Dude. It just thugs it out through them. In the way that, like, I have a lot of other. These fish are still jumping, dude.
Yeah.
They're still hopping, dude. I think they're hungry. They're fucking fiending. But, like, no, bluegrass shit is sick.
Yeah.
Dude. This shit is dope.
He did a collab recently with Don Rob. He's a guy out in Vegas.
I've seen Don Rob stuff. Yeah.
They did a really.
Gorilla Radio has his stuff a lot. So what'd you bring for fishing today?
I was
we
just
brought the
gonna
loot
say,
out. What do we got?
So I brought 3 pools in case we all want to fish, but I just figured I'd bring 2 over here. Let me unhook this.
You need to hold something?
I
can hold one of the rods.
Here, let me just just put it over here.
Sure.
So this is a new one. I mean, they're the same one, but I just bought another one because my old one that I got at Bass Pro Shop broke. So expensive doesn't mean good. This is a $50 rod. Ugly sticks are just, I like them. I also use spinning reels, which is, there's bait casters and there's spinning reels as far as I know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to use a bait caster.
Oh.
So, yeah, either way, I like to do, this is what I have on here. This is called I do a Texas rig. I don't have it set up yet, but basically this is a weighted worm weight, I think. I don't know, whatever. And then this is a hook that has an offset, and the offset is this. I don't know if the camera can see, but it's like that little thing.
Mm-hmm.
But basically the way, the point of a Texas rig is it's weedless. So a lot of times when you're fishing, you can get snagged on things, and then you end up losing whatever. You got to cut the line. It gets snagged. The way you rig a Texas rig is the hook is like inside the bait, so you can like throw it into areas that are heavily weeded, where actually a lot of fish like to hang out sometimes.
Yeah.
And you don't got to worry about getting snagged. So I like to use that. The other way I like to fish, which is on this rod right here, just a typical weighted hook.
Yep.
And this just has, like, you can see this little ball at the end of it. This is a little bent. I'll probably put a new hook on there. This one's a little fucked up. But this, I'll usually just put like a worm on it or something. And it's just a really, like, I'd say it's the most beginner friendly, like, way to fish, because live bait, from my experience, they bite a lot more.
Yeah.
Soft lures, you kind of, they don't bite as often. Live bait, it's wiggling around, it gets the fish's attention, it entices them, it's real. So just to sum it up, I'm simple, and again, I'm not an expert at all. I did not even really know how to fish until I moved out here. I had been on fishing trips where someone is setting up the rod, handing it to me, just saying, here, do this, but now I know how to set up the rod. I know a few different setups, but yeah, this is not an expert by any means, but it's what works for me, and it's what I enjoy doing. So I can go ahead and get this set up right now.
Sick. I'm completely unexperienced here,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
This is totally your domain.
This is a tackle box right here. This is where I just like keep all the stuff that I normally use. I got the weighted worm weights in there, whatever. The hooks, some of the weighted hooks. I've tried these. I have honestly not really had luck with these. I don't really like the treble hooks, but I like to experiment with things. Some frogs, if you go to somewhere where there's lily pads. I haven't had luck with these. But my favorite thing to use over here is either worms or these. These are called rage tails, but they're pretty much fake crawfish. And that is something that a lot, like, they're in the rocks here, like real crawfish. So it's something the fish naturally eat here. So the way...
Really, there's just crawfish in the rocks here?
You kind of got to find them. They'll be under rocks. You know, they'll be in the shallow areas. I don't know, sometimes you'll lift up a rock and you'll see one. Like, I don't know, maybe we'll see one when we move more over there, but sometimes...
Flip a couple rocks over or something and find one.
try and find one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I'm just going to hook this on. Hopefully I do this right. And then you pretty much just bring this up, twist it over. Bring it up more. There we go. And then you can see right here, I don't know if the camera can get it, but you want to get the hook in there.
Kind of going back through his belly area.
Yeah, and just kind of like that. So you can see that the hook, it's in there.
Yep.
And when the fish bites, it's going to get him, but there's no hook actually exposed. So when this is going through the water, it's not going to snag on like a log. Sometimes it happens because sometimes the hook will move around, you know. But for the most part, like this is it. And again, there might be some better, there's definitely going to be better fishermen, might be like, but this is what I do that works.
Yep.
You know, I'm not an expert, but, and then this one, we got some live bait right here. You just can get this at any gas station or just wherever.
Is it just worms in there?
Yeah, just worms. We'll use some big worms.
Oh, wow.
Here's our night crawlers. These are the big ones.
It's a big motherfucker
And
right
then,
there.
if you want to use smaller worms for smaller fish, which are still really fun to catch, believe it or not, at least I enjoy it. I have some of these smaller worms that might fit on that hook a little better. I sometimes go back and forth between the, I think these are called red wigglers, jumbo wigglers, and night crawlers, but, and then basically just to hook this on here. Oops, I did not.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, I got it.
That worm's really wiggling. You think he knows what's happening right now?
No. They do start, like, usually, like, I'm going to have to rinse my hand out. Not only I got mud on me, but they'll start shitting on you the second you
great.
The second you put them in there, so.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, he doesn't want it. He knows, bro.
Wait. I said, let me put a new hook on here. Feel free to
Going crazy,
cut out that
man.
part if you want, but I'm going to just, because that hook I'm looking at, it's a little bent.
We're rolling, yeah. We're
You're
sending
rolling?
it.
Okay, okay, fuck it. All right,
Do what you got to do, yeah. We're fucking outside, man. That's just how it goes, you know?
All right, that should be good enough. So I'm just going to do for you,
Okay.
I'm going to do a weighted hook with,
whatever you
with
think.
live bait, because that's probably going to get you the most bites in my opinion.
You want me to hook him on there? I can.
Oh, no, I can do that, and I'll show you how to use the pole, but I'm just saying, like, I'll probably run my Texas rig with a soft bait.
Okay.
Because that might, if I want to try and catch a bigger fish, but if I just, like, the highest odds of catching something is worms. And if we wanted the highest odds of catching something,
Then we need the worms.
then we want the worms. I usually bring both. If I'm not having luck with soft bait, I always bring worms, because if they're not buying worms, then it seems to me like there ain't shit in the water.
Damn, you could really just come out here and, like, catch a tadpole and just raise it, huh? That's crazy, dude. This is
Bring
America.
it, bring it home.
Dude. God. In LA, all the tadpoles would have fucking AIDS.
The shit water.
Or fentanyl.
Yeah, AIDS, and they'd be high on fent, dude. God damn. I can't get enough of this spot, dude. You really picked the sickest spot, I think.
Hell
It's
yeah.
just dope.
All right. Got that on there. So where did that worm go? Here he is.
He's right there.
He's trying to hide. Get the fuck
Yeah, he's tucking under the rock, dude. I told you he's on the move.
He knows.
He's fat, bro. He's got that thick little end. There's a lot of
So
shit
you can
in
tell
there.
this hook is in a lot better shape as the other one. But
Oh, sorry, man.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's the worst way you can. I mean, I don't know if they feel pain, but you pretty much want to do it
Surely he has to.
like through the body, almost all the way. Like,
That's brutal.
yeah, I know. So it's like literally the hook is going like parallel.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've never felt sympathy for a worm until
sorry,
fucking
vegans.
right now, dude.
Wait, do vegans like? Do they not approve of? I know.
Probably not. Vegans don't approve of much, you know, in general.
I know they definitely don't like fishing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't kill the fish.
I don't think they like happiness, dude.
I don't kill
No?
the fish. So honestly, I'm not
Do you
gonna
catch and
lie to you
release,
guys.
or do you,
This,
like, what do
yeah,
you
I
do?
catch and release. So this worm's might be a little too big for the hook, but that doesn't matter. That you're still gonna catch shit on there. So ideally, how I do it is you want the worm to be on there long ways, because these fish are smart. They'll come and they'll try and snag it off. So you want it to be you want it to be on the hook with just a little bit of wiggle room, so it like you can see at the end there's that tail end, and that's like gonna attract the fish.
Yep.
Now, It's pretty shallow over here, so
Yeah, we might need to move, huh?
I mean, there's a lot of little fish going over here, but nothing that's gonna bite on the hook.
We should scope out a better spot then, maybe.
Yeah, I would say we can go over there. We'll just leave the cannabis over here.
Should we go down here, maybe?
I don't think it gets deeper over there, as far as I know. I'm 100% sure it gets deeper over there, and that's where I always catch fish.
Okay. So it's time to go find a little spot to fish, I guess. We got to go scout this water out, eh?
So it's pretty shallow over here. The spot that I normally fish, there's quite a bit of people over there. So I'm gonna see if there's something over here.
Yeah.
And if there is something, it's probably gonna be like, there's fish called pumpkin seed. They're really small. They're really cool looking, kind of bluish orange.
Okay.
And then lots of like crappies. But if there's anything, it's gonna be over here where it gets a little bit deeper.
Yeah, it seems to get deeper over here for surely. This is sick, dude.
And if we do fish here, it'll be cool because you can watch the fish grab the bait and like.
Yeah. Wow, this is fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, it definitely seems like it gets a little deeper
I think
over
we
here.
could maybe try and catch some small fish in this little area. I don't see anything right now, but I mean, we can take your fishing rod and we can see if we catch something over here.
Yeah, wherever you think the spot is, dude. I mean.
Yeah, for sure. I'm thinking like, yeah, again, when you get more down there, as far as I know, I've gone pretty far. It stays pretty shallow.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
this would be
there's
probably
a lot of people over there, so I think this is probably our best bet.
Yeah, more people have shown up as well. So
Yeah, that's like a gang of people.
yeah, that's
so.
the only thing I was worried about. But at least I knew when we came here, we could like still come over to this spot. That's just mainly the swimming, fishing spot where it's deeper. There's a spot where people can jump off the rocks and get in. So that's what
Yeah,
a
I've
lot
noticed
of people
people
do over
diving in
there.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And this is also a small town, so when people see that fucking camera, they'll probably be like,
yeah, people are going to be very intrigued as to what we're doing.
They're gonna be nosy as well.
This ain't LA, dude. We can go be out on the street in LA.
And no one will pay a mind to you.
No one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
no, I try to blend in out here for sure. So.
Yeah, it's like the kind of way in this part of the country. You just gotta blend in, you know.
Yeah.
Can't disturb anybody.
I don't like attention on myself anyways. I don't want anyone to be looking at me like, I mean, I don't mind getting recognized, but I don't want to be like, oh, there's that guy. Like,
you ever had someone like come press you for smoking during a video?
No, because usually when I do smoke, it has to be like, I'm very mindful of my environment, you know, like we were smoking over here, but we're around this corner of Bend.
Yeah, we tucked in
like,
and
yeah,
stuff.
no one can see us. So I'm like usually, you know, that one, when I mentioned some guy, I don't remember if it was on camera or not. I think it was off camera. I said I got recognized at this creek.
Yeah.
But I was smoking in front of them because they were all, sometimes I can just get a read on someone. Are you gonna trip or not? And they all were like mid-20s, kind of around my age, and they all seem like these kids are not gonna give a fuck if I fucking smoke. If you have families and they're with their children, I'm not gonna fucking light up next to them. No way.
Dude, should we look for crawfish before we fucking?
There'll be more in the shallow. Maybe over here. We'll see. Let's see.
Let's flip a rock or two, dude.
And when you flip them over, you kind of got to be careful because you'll whip up a bunch of dirt. Oh, there's one right there.
Really?
I just got one. Oh, I let go.
Oh.
Do you see it?
Oh my God, yeah, he's right there. Should I grab him?
Yeah, they're gonna go backwards, and what you want to do is pin it down.
I got him.
Nice. So that's really good live bait.
No way.
We got a crawfish. Look at that,
Yeah,
dude.
so they actually are over here, it looks like.
Here he is. Hey, buddy. Should I just put it back down?
Yeah, unless you want to use it to catch fish. But we already have
I
your...
don't know. What's up, bro? Nah, he seems chill, dude. I don't want to kill this guy today. Hey!
Sometimes you can catch these really big ones.
He just tried to
One time
pinch
I put
me.
one on my
All right,
nipple,
see ya.
dude, and it was really stupid.
There he is. He's right there. Wow. Bye, buddy. You should pick him up, too. Get to know him.
I want to see if, like, there's another one anyway.
Yeah, there probably is, huh? I'm going to flip this big rock
you
right
just
here.
kind of, like, flip over the rock slowly, and yeah, that's where they hang out.
Let's see. Okay.
It's like a gamble. You never
Nah,
know.
nothing under this one. Damn, I can't believe first rock we just hit a crawfish. It feels like I pulled the knife on Counter-Strike.
Maybe caught it.
Yeah, just grabbed his ass.
And there's so many little... Dude, there's thousands.
Let's see. Dude, I would be out here all day, just like picking up crawfish and shit and putting them back.
It's fun. I don't know, just something about catching them.
Let's see. So do you normally look for like the big rocks or like any rock?
Yeah, like
will do?
anything that you can like pick, like that's a good size one right there.
This one?
Oh, I was looking at
Oh, this rock?
like that one maybe.
Ooh, okay. Nah, nothing there. These fish are very intrigued by what we're doing, though.
Dude, they're everywhere.
Yeah, I know. What are these?
I think I could be wrong, but I think just minnows. I think that's the that might be the term. There's not too many big rocks. I think we really got lucky with that.
Yeah, that was insane.
That was lucky for sure.
That was crazy. Dude, I've never held a crawfish.
I don't know if you can see over there. Look at that school of fish right there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see how, look at, they're damn near coming out of the water.
You can see them shining.
Now, these are the ones that are really good for bait because they're about this long, so they're bigger.
Should we try to, like, catch some bait? Like, should we, like...
there's no way. They're way too fast. You need a net for that. I have a friend who can, like, cast out a net and just pull. I don't know how to do that shit. But, yeah, that's sort of the ones that were, like, jumping up when we were sitting down on the ground.
I want to, like, slowly approach them. Oh, yeah, they're
dude,
skedaddling.
Yeah, do you see how many of them there are? There's, like, that's a...
Dude.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
I hope the camera can pick it up. Yeah.
And even all these little ones right here. Look right at our feet, bro.
Yeah.
There's a squad of these guys.
There's a dead one right here.
Is there? Oh, R.I.P.
So this is, that's what they look like. They almost look like a fish you would get at like...
Oh, come get that on the...
Something you could almost find at like Petco, it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like a neon tetra, but without the color.
That's crazy. R.I.P. to that guy, dude. Should we bury him? Should we give him like a proper funeral?
Yes, come on, let's go.
Yeah, come on. Give him a funeral. What should we call him?
Or I could be one of those like weird kids who like dare me to eat it.
Oh,
no,
would you do it?
No, hell no. Hell no.
That's got to be some sort of illness.
Yeah. When I was just here yesterday, I found like a bass that was huge, bro. It was just dead, just fucking.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if someone probably caught it, kept it out the water for too long.
Yeah.
And then fuck, and just
then
like.
It just died.
Yeah, it just died.
Let's see. Where's a good resting place for our boy?
Should we bury him in the water or outside of the water? I mean, he lived in the water.
He
so.
never got to experience the land.
Okay.
He
true.
lived his whole life in the water, brother. We give him this final send-off on the land. Yes, yes. Dig him a proper grave.
I mean, it's water's forming in here, so.
That's okay. It's still a part of the land.
You can also find lots of geodes out here, which are those like cool rocks that you can break open, and then they have like crystal formations. Oh, he's kind of floating in there.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I need dirt.
Oh,
it's not working.
It's not as nice of a send-off as I thought it was gonna be. Well, he probably appreciates it. You know, the guy's, rest in peace, dude. He's in fish heaven, dude. Swimming with the fishies. Fucking.
I wonder if, like, fish, when they're looking for something to eat, if they won't fuck with a dead fish because it's far too spoiled.
For sure, yeah.
You
That's
know?
got to be, they even know.
They need to eat it fresh.
They're like, oh, that boy's
alive.
disgusting.
Yeah.
That's how sharks are like that, too. If it
Really?
doesn't look alive, they won't eat it.
Wow. It has to kill it.
Unless it's a whale, and they're really hungry.
So I'm going to bring one of the poles over to start with.
Okay.
Let's see. Just bring over this worm.
Yeah, we did just impale him, so let's put him out of his misery now. And
Yes,
oh, I didn't
we
even
did.
notice that branch is hollow. There's probably some crazy shit living in this. Look at that.
Snake just pops out.
Dude.
There are water snakes out here sometimes, but they're
water snakes?
Yeah.
How big is a water snake?
They're small. I don't think that they can harm you. I might be wrong, but I know that they'll be like on the surface of the water with their head up. Like you can see them. There was one time I uploaded a YouTube video where I was doing like smoking a joint, going down like a fucking like creek type of thing. And I got so many comments where like at this timestamp where I went over a snake and I didn't see it, but people saw it on the video. So I'm like going back to the video. And I'm
trying
like,
to figure out where the snake
I'm
was.
like, wait, so I just fucking went over a raft on my snake and didn't even see it, and everyone else in the, saw it on the video. It was funny. But Yeah, I'm thinking over here. I haven't seen any fish. If we don't catch anything,
Show them your pants situation right now, Chris. Show them. You didn't prepare for today.
so let me show you how how a bait caster works, or not a
Let me
bait
pull my
caster,
fucking shorts
spinning
up.
reel.
Okay, yeah. How do you cast this? What is
So.
this? I imagine like you just whip it, like kind of.
So this right here, this little lever, when you flip this over, this is gonna allow the bait to drop. As long as you hold that down, it's gonna be loose. So you flip it back over and that's gonna give it tension to like reel it in. So basically to cast, what you wanna do is like I hold it like this, and when you wanna get it about right here, you want maybe like, let me go up a little bit. I'd say about that much of space. There's no right or wrong, but just like a little bit. Put your finger right here, and you're gonna kind of hold the line. And then when you flip this over, the only thing that's holding the line right now is my finger, because I switched the lever. So if I were to let go of my finger, the bait
gonna
is
fall
falling.
immediately.
So what you do is, as you whip it, you kind of let go of your finger at the same time. We're up really close, so I'm probably just gonna like do that, honestly. And then you just do that, and that's gonna allow you to actually like reel it in. And then it's really simple. As soon as you get a bite, you just want to do that to hook the fish and start reeling in. I'm going to get a little closer just so I can see, because I don't know if there's any fish here. And if we're in this shallow of a spot, I'd like to see if the fish are going to bite. But do you want to try it?
Yeah.
I mean, so let me flip it back.
My pants are
over.
officially wet.
Welcome to the club, dude.
Okay, so all right, just to
I'll walk you through
confirm.
it again. Yeah.
So I want to have like, how do you flick it? Do you flick it from the side or like?
You can do it honestly anyways. What I would first do is reel it so this is like up. See how like.
So like this?
Till this comes to like right there.
Okay, so it's almost centered under
Yeah, exactly.
the rod.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you put your finger to hold the line.
To hold the line, so I'll flip this over.
Okay.
And now that's holding the line. So basically, you can kind of just like whip it over, and you don't want to do it too hard.
So do you want me to kind of push it like you did, where I just like?
Yeah, you kind of just like push it, and like you'll get a feel of it. You may not get it the first
Do I need to like
time.
flick it back down real quick, or how do I like?
Once it hits the water, you flip the lever back over.
So okay, I flip it back. Okay.
Once it hits the water, so you'll flick it, and as you flick it, you'll let go on that hand, and then.
So here's how I'm planning this. Just correct me if this is a stupid plan. So I'm gonna push it forward. I'm gonna let go with my hand here of the string, and then flick it back down when it hits the water.
Yeah, once the bait hits the water, you'll flick the lever back.
Okay, here we go, dude. This is my first cast as a fisherman. Okay, I've fished a lot in games like Minecraft and Stardew Valley. Here we are, real deal. Okay, so just kind of propel. Okay.
And if there's no fish,
I might
we'll
fuck
find
this
a
up.
spot.
I might fuck this up.
It's okay.
All right. Is there potential for me to damage anything here?
If you're,
all right, we're gonna do it.
I'll get it out of the way.
I think I did it right.
Yeah, you did it, but
Is it too long? Should I like reel it back in?
I would say you want to get more a little over there.
Oh.
I don't know if
I didn't
there's
push
even-
hard enough, did I?
Yeah. And you can kind of whip it. Like the way I did it, I've been doing it for a while,
Okay.
so you might be better
How do I
off-
reel it? Which direction do I reel it back into me? Is it towards me or away from me?
Wait. Oh, you didn't flip the. There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Oops.
You're good.
Okay.
I was like, why isn't it going?
Okay, yeah, we'll try that again.
Yeah.
This
no,
poor
no
worm,
worries.
dude. This guy's having a bad day. This guy's having a rough fucking day. Okay, so wait, we do this,
Yeah, line it up.
That's
with,
good?
Yep, line it up with the top.
and then I
Put your-
hold the string and flip
Put your
it.
finger on it first before you flip the lever.
Yep. And then I flip the lever.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of just you want kind of like you're holding the gun.
The string's kind of like caught in the. Is that okay?
Let me see. Yeah, it should be. See this thing right here? It should kind of be right there. So
Okay.
let me do that. I'm gonna flip it over. Now it's loose.
Okay.
There, you're good.
Cool.
And I kind of like to just use like a finger. You know, that just
Yep.
kind of like makes it easier. But however you feel comfortable.
Yeah, I haven't gotten comfortable with this yet.
Yeah. You'll get a little bit of muscle memory.
Might well, like
after
I'm
you-
gonna practice this real quick. Just like flipping it back.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right.
and it'll make a latching noise. Like you'll know when it's flipped over.
Yep.
It'll click.
Okay. And where should I be aiming for? Just like closer
Kind
to
of
the rocks?
where the shade is. Yeah. Over there. I don't see much fish, but again,
Maybe there's something hiding.
yeah, maybe.
Okay.
All I know is if we don't catch anything, we're gonna go over there. We can go further, kind of the bridge. If you remember where we came,
I do.
there
Yep.
we can fish there too.
Oh, do you think we should move and maybe get a better spot?
Try again.
Oh, yeah, I'll try a cast, and
You
we'll figure that
practice
out.
cast, and then we'll go over.
Oh, shit,
there.
I just dropped it.
No, you're good. Now flip the lever over,
Okay.
and now reel it back in.
Reel it back in,
Yep.
and that's that way.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay.
then
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna do
a-
it again. I'm getting used
Yep.
to this now.
Yeah, nice. There you
Okay.
go.
So, and that's upright. So
Yep.
that's I hold it with my finger.
Yep.
Then I flip it back.
There you go.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. I just gotta be ready to flip it quick.
Yep.
All right. Uh-oh. I don't think I flipped it fast enough.
What you can do almost is kind of like if you've seen it, like people kind of like you can kind of like whip it, you know.
Yep.
I just don't
So like
want you
flick
to.
it almost with
Yeah,
my
yeah,
wrist? Yep.
exactly. The only reason
I
I
just don't
did
wanna
it
get caught
that
in
way
the-
is exactly. You kind of
Yeah.
want to be mindful. You don't want to overthrow it.
Little worm's getting a trip down there, dude. I see him.
Yeah.
There he is right there. Should we go to the other spot, or do you think we should keep like...
If you want to really go catch a fish right now, then yeah, we can go to the other spot. But if you want to just
Do you think there's not going to be a fish here?
you want me to try?
Yeah, try it,
I'll
try
see.
it.
If
Try
there,
it.
I'll see. Let's
You're the
see.
expert. Find out if there's fish
If
here.
there's, I don't know. Honestly, I don't.
You feel out the vibe,
Yeah. if
and then
there-
I'll come in as the amateur.
Sounds good. So,
Yep. I've got eyes peeled for you.
oh yeah, I'm getting the bite.
Oh,
Something went for it for sure. I didn't see what it was, but I felt it.
really?
Yeah, 100%.
That fast?
Yep, that fast. That's why I use
No
worms
way.
out here. Yep.
Oh my God, we've got action, motherfuckers. We've got action. We're catching dinner
Yeah.
tonight. I'm out of money, dude.
Fuck the steaks. We're
Something.
Fuck the
I'm-
steaks. Yeah.
Okay, it's. I might end up having to go back and get more bait, but that's perfectly fine. That means they're biting. Because sometimes.
We've got action.
Whoops.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Big rock.
These small fish are tricky.
Mmm.
They like to. They like to eat around it, and I could feel them. Damn it. I don't even see what's hitting it, but I'm feeling it. Like something is running up and snagging. I'm gonna come a little closer, see if I can see what that is.
Maybe we could spot a fish or something?
Yeah, yeah, I bet it's a pumpkin seed because those motherfuckers are so quick.
Those are common around here?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that fish. Pumpkin seed.
Yeah, pumpkin seed. They're like, I don't know if that's like the actual scientific name, but I know that's what like,
So many fish swimming around us too. There's got to be something in here, dude.
oh, I can see them. They are pumpkin seeds, 100%. That's what's been biting it.
Oh.
They're going for it right now. They're just looking at it. Can you see them kind of?
No, I'm not really sure what to be looking for. What color are they?
Kind of bluish with a little bit of orange. They're all right here.
Are they like narrow?
Yes, they
Yeah,
are. They're
okay, I
kind of
think I see
flat.
it. I think I see
I'm
a
gonna
couple.
throw it right. Yeah, yeah. They're all. They might go for my.
I think see a couple. Yeah, they're like
That's
right
what-
up on
yeah,
the rocks
That's what
there.
I thought would be over here.
It's really hard because they blend in very well.
They do. Right now they're kind of like not biting on my bait, but they're all hanging out around it.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We got time to blow, dude. They can hang out there. We can hang out here and catch crawfish with our hands in the meantime, dude. I'm going to catch crawfish right now. Let's see. Give me a crawfish. Nope, no dice. Okay. Crawfish me. No dice. Crawfish me. I'm like really committed to this now, dude. Are they still like over there?
Yeah.
They don't seem easily startled, are they?
No, no. That whole thing of don't scare the fish is bullshit, bro. I'll literally catch.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
I
mean,
always,
if you
dude,
jump,
I'm
if
like
you
trying to
jump,
sneak up on him and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. If you do that, that'll scare them. But like where I'm standing and how I could be talking this loud, whatever.
And they're just totally cool.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll sometimes watch them grab the
They're showing a
fucking
whole
bait.
different vibe than us, man. We can't even comprehend the vibe those guys are on.
These ones are being smart, though. A lot of the times, I'll throw it in, they'll bite, and it
They're
just
just
becomes
dumb?
a matter of whenever I fucking finally can get the hook to fucking sink. But these guys, I might put on a smaller worm on there, see if that does it.
Yep.
But we don't even, like, if we want to catch bigger fish, we can go over there, but they're here. So that answers that question.
I'm intrigued, dude. I want to see you catch a fish.
Yeah, I'm hoping that one of them will bite.
This is fascinating to me.
Come on, you bastards. Bite the bait.
I'm still going for crawfish back here. I'm gonna let you know if I find anything.
Okay. Those actually work really good as bait too. Maybe a little too big for these guys, but
All right, well, I'll be on bait duty then. I'll try to catch these little tiny fish with my hands. Surely, I mean, there's so many of them. I have to be able to just grab one. Oh, yeah, look, I'm going to go for one. Hold on. Come here, buddy. Damn it. Okay. Oh. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna go grab the other bait, the other smaller worm,
Okay.
because I think I can get him with a smaller worm.
I'm going to stay back. I don't want to scare them
Okay.
away here.
Yeah, I'll be right
I'm
back.
going to keep
then.
looking for crawfish, though.
Yeah, those are really
There's a big
good.
rock right here. I think we might have something. I'm on crawfish duty. Let's go ahead. We're going to go for a slow flip. We don't want to scare the crawfish away. We want to encourage them to join us. No crawfish. There's nothing there. Okay, we're looking for big, wide, flat rocks. I'm liking this one. I'm liking this reddish rock right here. I'm sensing crawfish in the environment. No crawfish. Okay. Damn, should I just go for one of these little fish right here? That's like some real barbaric shit. Damn it. Let's see, crawfish. Dude, we really got lucky that first time, huh?
That's crazy. Camera magic.
Yeah, I haven't found a crawfish since. Ooh, this is a crawfish rock, brother.
Oh shit.
I've identified a source. Maybe not. Huh. They're scheming out here, dude. So how much smaller are the worms you're putting on now?
Take a look. They're not as big. Little.
Let me see that little guy. Look at that. Oh, he's really scrunching up in my hands.
These ones, they wiggle a whole lot, too.
Here, we'll
And
wash the
also,
dirt off
this
you, man.
hook, this hook I have, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, it's a little big for these fish, but it'll still work.
Okay. Here you go. I gave him a nice bath for you.
Nice. Alrighty.
Wow, this is exciting. I can't wait to catch a fish. This is hype.
My arms are dying. I'm gonna cut.
Okay. Crawfish entrepreneurs are back out.
Alright, I got a smaller bait. I brought the.
Oh, I see a
pocket-
crack under this rock. They're for sure living under this one. Damn, I can't even see. So much dust just kicked up.
They'll pinch you.
I wish they would, dude. Try me. Okay. The last one tried to. The one that we had earlier tried to. Dude, no crawfish. Maybe I just don't have an eye for him. I gotta link up with more crawfish first. Oh, there's so many fish in this hole. There's no way I can't grab them with my hand right now. Hold on. Damn it. No, they're so fast, dude. You see that? Did the camera catch that, dude? Holy fuck. They're so quick.
I can literally see the fish just staring at the bait, and it like wants to eat it, but it.
When it knows.
But it knows, it seems.
Evolution.
Wow. That's what we were talking about earlier right there, man.
It's like staring right at it. Let's see. I'm gonna try a little over here, see. This little pocket over here.
I'm slowly making my way back. I don't want to scare the pumpkin fish. Ooh, wait a minute. These damn fish are too fast, dude. No wonder they use hooks.
Damn.
Looked like you had something.
Yeah, something was biting it for sure.
So you just feel them tug on it, or like how does
Yep,
that?
you'll feel it, and then you just kind of reel in and you kind of...
Oh, how are these guys?
What?
These fish right here.
Oh, yeah, that's a pumpkin fish right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, watch.
Did that one not just bite it?
It did. It got some of it off.
Yeah, I saw him bite it.
Yeah, no, these are the pumpkin seeds right here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's fun watching them go for it. Yeah. See, there's two of them.
They're biting it. They're eating it.
Oh my god, this is sick.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You had 'em.
No
Yeah.
way.
You fucking had them, dude.
I will.
watched it.
I'll get it. Don't worry. They're here. So.
He's coming. He's coming to the dinner table.
Yeah, no, you keep doing this and they're going to keep coming back. I've done this too many times and you'll eventually get them. I don't want to jinx it. You know, we're filming now and sometimes things don't want to work out while you're filming, but
That's okay, because we're gonna get him.
yeah, we will. We will.
They were nibbling on him.
They were. They all kind of scurried after.
They both did.
Probably went back there by the rocks. All right, well, I'll keep looking for bait.
I wonder if I should They like ate half of the worms, so I'm actually gonna.
Maybe get a new worm.
Yeah. No, you're not supposed to put your reel underwater. I don't give a shit. This is an old pool.
Look at that
I'll
one.
be with you this time.
Yeah, I knew because these little fuckers, they like to fucking eat around it. So it's like, if I don't want to walk back and forth a million times, you know, just
These things are smart, dude.
they are. They like know. Also, this hook is a little big, but it's okay.
We're gonna catch a damn fish.
Did you do deep sea fishing too?
I did one time, and I didn't like it.
got sick,
I
yeah.
got sick.
Mhm.
So
You'll get acclimated. It takes time.
Got my eyes peeled for a flat rock. Damn, I could be out here all day, every day, dude. This is so, like, serene. Like the bird, wherever the fuck that is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's that little, like, stork or whatever that was that we saw earlier.
I'm surprised these little fish are even over here. I was like 50-50 on it, you know, because when I walked over here before we even started filming, I didn't see anything, but I was like, well, it's deep enough, you know. Sometimes there's fish, and then I saw those pumpkin seeds, and then we saw more of them there, so it's like they're here.
Those ones were really close to us, too.
Yeah.
Those guys were chilling.
I'm not gonna lie. Normally, oh, here's one right here. I see one right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's two of them. This is beautiful. Right here.
Same to you. Look at.
Oh, wow.
Come on, just bite that. Just snag that shit.
They're thinking.
And you got to know when to hook it because you don't want to spook them.
Yep.
That other one said, fuck that. Dude, they're just not fucking with it right now.
Oh my god, this is crazy, dude. My heart's pumping.
You,
I feel like we're naked and afraid. Haven't eaten in a week. Oh.
Oh my, he was on it. He dragged him for a sec too.
all right,
Oh man.
real quick, I'm putting on another one. They're all right here. We
You
can
picked
go
the perfect
claim.
time to do everything.
And I really want to
Sunscreen
get
seems to be working good. I'm not
get
ready
rid of
yet.
these guys.
Tomorrow.
You get sunburned really easily.
Bro, so easy. I'm too white for this shit, man. I mean, look at how pale I am, dude. I don't.
For you, vitamin D.
Yeah, but like I don't absorb. Like I don't tan, dude. No matter how much I'm outside. Ever since I was a kid, I just burn. I don't tan.
Where'd those fuckers go? Oh, here's one. Oh, two.
Oh yeah, there they are. And I'm gonna quietly go crawfishing. I can't disturb the sunfish. Nah, that's fuck all.
Dude, I think they took the fucking. No,
They had to eat your bait.
No way.
they're still like a little.
You guys are brilliant, dude. These fish are innovators.
They are.
What the?
And I'll tell you what. Normally, they're not cautious like that. I'm being honest. Normally, I toss out the bait and they all just fight for it. Right now, they're like, I don't know what it is.
This is where the intelligent ones live.
Yeah, this is like the smart guys over
We're at
here.
the university right now, dude.
I'm serious. They normally fight over it, and it's like becomes a game of not. It just becomes a game of when is one of them finally gonna get hooked on the fucking thing, you know? Because they're smart. They really try and eat around it. So that's why I try and maneuver it on the hook in a way to where it's like they kind of have to bite onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is actually a way better. The one I just put on was a super like scrawny, wimpy ass.
That's a
worm.
juicy
This
worm,
is a
dude. If
juicy
I was a
one right
fish,
here.
I'm eating that worm for sure. Yeah.
I just
I would
dropped
fight
this
to the
one in
death
front
for
of this
that worm as
face.
a
Oh,
fish.
scared him. Come back, guys. There's a worm right there. Don't make me cast it over you and put it in front of your face. Oh,
You
wait.
might-
There's one trying to get it, and I just... I'm
Oh
coming.
yeah, I see his ass right there.
Oh,
He's
there you go.
fiending.
There you
Dude,
go.
he's like a crackhead.
I put him back.
Oh my god, we found a crack addict and we have crack.
Oh, they're coming back. They're all coming.
Look at this shit.
This is like 6 feet in front of me, too. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is really close to us. Oh, there he is. He's about to go for it. Is he like nibbling it?
No. I don't know what he's doing.
He's just mugging it.
You're a fucking pussy. You know that fish?
Does insulting them work?
No.
Like, will they get pissed and like bite it?
Like, actually...
I want to see him crash out. I want to see him be like, I'm not a pussy.
Oh, one of them's going for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of them over here. Ain't no crawfish, man. I'm a crawfish kind of guy.
Dude, these guys don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we came to like the genius area, dude. All these fish are just fucking brilliant.
I'm so serious. They would always like, they would almost fight for it, you know? Even in the shallow water over there, when I
Yeah.
would watch him do it. I would throw it, I would cast out, and it'd just be like, just constantly. Oh, damn it.
Oh, I froze in my place for a second there. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Come on. Maybe cut around some of the like dead part.
Yeah,
sure.
because I feel like this is adding up. I feel bad because
I mean, dude, this is how we planned it to begin with. It's fishing, you know? We're not
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
constantly catching fucking fish, you
Yeah.
know?
It's just, man, I wish I'm getting more bites because I'm watching
We
them
got like a 2-hour and 20-minute interview in the intro. I don't think anyone's gonna care if we cut around fishing.
Yeah, yeah. Look at the worm.
Oh my God. They're feasting on it.
It's mangled. It's a mangled worm. They're going for it. I just can't hook them. I might even go put on a smaller hook. I think that's the issue. We can run a smaller hook on this, and then if we're going over there, there's big fish. We got 2 pulls. I can run like my soft lure on there and try and catch big fish as well. A little bit of both. But worms are almost like a guarantee, I feel like, you know?
Yeah.
The fish bite it. It's a terrible example right now because this is apparently the smart fish that just will sit there and watch it.
100 IQ fish,
Yeah.
dude. Triple digit IQ. Giga genius fish. Well, you know, we've been trying to catch some fish and crawfish for a little bit. We haven't seen much, so we're just gonna go get high now. I'm gonna flip a couple more rocks on the way back to shore, though. I'm still, you know, a crawfish enthusiast. Damn it! There's no fucking crawfish. I feel like you're gonna find one like first try.
Let's see. I just flipped one over. Nothing.
It's a cool rock, dude. Look at that rock. It's just a cool one.
I can see that in a Mexican restaurant somewhere in tile.
For sure, dude. This is at the booth I just sat at my favorite enchilada spot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, that's a crawfish mansion. Oh, brother.
You see one?
No, but like this rock. This is a crawfish mansion. Surely. A fish just came out from under it.
Sometimes there's baby catfish.
Yeah, a fish just came out from under it and swam away really fast. It looked bigger than those other tiny ones that are swimming around.
Probably a baby catfish.
Damn, that's sick. Are there catfish like in this water?
Oh, I've caught, not at this creek. I have at a little, like a small one. Dude, do you know what
shit.
I think it's called holing, but have you seen the videos where there's people that go underwater and they come out with a fucking catfish like in their arm? Dude, I could never do that shit.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
They kind of take a lot of skill too.
I know, you have to like go in the mud and like, I don't know how they do that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, crawfish.
Crawfish. Damn, we really just lucked out on that first one.
We did. There was this one, there's another creek I used to go to, and there was an area where there was so many crawfish, just big rocks everywhere, and almost everyone you would flip, you would see a crawfish. And I'd sometimes
Oh, there's
go,
another dead fish right here, I think. Oh no.
another dead guy.
There's another dead one. Oh. Tadpole. There it is. Damn, I'm really immersed in the nature right now, dude. This is hype.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Pumpkin fish behind us just jumped. Look at all these fish over here.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Should I slowly approach them?
What is that thing?
So fast.
I'm going to do it anyways.
What do you see?
Look at all these fish.
Oh yeah.
They're taunting us, dude. They're like, yo, we're smarter than that.
I feel like looking at that on mushrooms would be so trippy. The like,
Yeah, the glimmer of them.
yeah. This is like Bass's favorite food.
Are these sunfish here too?
No. These are, I think, a school of minnows. They're all
Fucking
going
sick,
all over
dude.
there.
Yep, there they went.
Water is so shallow too. Whoops.
Yeah, it's really nuts, dude. You could just like, everything blends in so well too. Like you have to like get used to it. Like when I first looked in the water here, I didn't see anything. And then like my eyes got like acclimated to it. Now I see
Yeah.
all the fish.
Baby crawfish.
Oh,
Super baby.
we got a crawfish?
Yeah, it's baby as fuck.
Oh my God. Look at how tiny that one is.
I don't even think it's capable of...
Oh, he's crashing out.
Wait, he has one claw.
Oh.
He's disabled.
Oh my God, the cripple fish. He's trying to kill himself. He's trying to jump off.
There you go.
Yeah, we're back in the cut. We're trying to catch another, what are they? Pumpkin fish?
Pumpkin seed, bass,
Pumpkin
anything
seed,
over here? Oh, I'm getting
fish.
the bite already.
Oh, we're locked in. Hold on, let's be patient. Is it a strong bite or what are you feeling?
Nibble.
Okay. Is
I
this
also
area, would there still be crawfish here too?
Oh, yeah. Not as many, though, because the rocks are kind of smaller.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm trying not to look over, but I'm really intrigued. I think I see a couple of them down there. Is it the same ones as earlier too?
Yeah, they'll hang out over here. I might put a fresh worm on there.
Oh, I'm getting munched up by the bugs.
That's bug hour.
Where'd you put the bait? I can grab it.
I think I put it in my bag. Yeah, I'll grab it real quick. No worries.
Yeah, wow, the mosquitoes are out today, dude. Dude, they were like coming through the screen at our fucking Airbnb last night. Oh. I mean, yeah. Have you ever gone like all the way over there to see how deep it is?
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I get hooked and I swim in because I don't want to like cut it off, and I'll go underwater and unhook whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, this water seems insanely clean.
All right, a few more casts on this. I might try my soft bait, see what's up with that.
Cool. Would crawfish still be in the shallow part here, too?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Maybe
might
not
start
as much
flipping
because
around.
there's not many spots for them to hide
Yeah.
because it's small rocks.
That first one we found was big, too, dude.
Yeah, that first crawfish. Dude,
That
I've seen
crawfish
some
was
massive ones
fat,
here.
dude.
All right, I'm gonna try my other rod, my other
Okay.
thing. Usually, worms do well, but just gotta switch it up.
Gotta make it happen. This guy's just ready.
What's this new rig?
This is the Texas rig with the fake crawfish on it. So this one
Damn,
you
it's
gotta
such a-
like actively kind of.
Yeah, that seems like a big bait.
Yeah, yeah, it's a nice one. I mean, I've caught something out here with actually a few times.
Really?
Just recently, yeah.
Like a big fish?
Yeah, pretty big bass. Yeah,
Wow.
got one. Oh my God, it escaped again. Damn it, dude.
No way.
Some of it.
Took a lot of it, yeah.
Okay, well at least they're biting where I got it. Man, I had that one. That felt like a nice one too. You can go through bait quick out here.
Drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment. A lot of the minnows are starting to come back over here too.
Nice.
Saw a bunch of them swimming from this way. Yeah, this is like the clearest water I've ever been in, dude. This is nuts.
Nope.
I got a good feeling. I'm gonna say that.
I think something took my bait.
No.
No, it's still there. Well, how much is it on there though? You know what? I'm gonna use one of the smaller worms.
Are there any animals that live in between like the rocks and the cracks there?
Not
Good.
that I know of. That could be like something.
Keep seeing all those cracks, dude. It's like,
One last time, I'm gonna put a fat worm over there, put it over there, and if we don't get
get
that,
the fattest worm you got.
yeah, if we don't get that,
The juiciest worm you got, brother.
what the hell was that? Y'all see that? Something splashed in the water. All right, you night crawler.
There's one right here. One of those fish that just ate one of the smaller ones. He's like staring at you. Oh, he went right for it. He went right. He's on it.
He's too small, but yeah, I see that. That's funny.
He went straight
He's like, let me get
for
that.
it.
Oh, too big. Oh, shit. Too far. All right, I'll do one more cast.
Let's do it.
I wish we could have got something, but that's just sometimes how it is fishing.
Hey,
you
we
know?
got the content.
Yeah.
You know? We got the meat and bones of it. Fish is secondary.
Yeah. I mean, dude, we had that one hooked on and it got off the fucking hook.
Yeah, listen, it's been like 5-6 hours at 6 o'clock right now. We tried to lock in. It was a little tough. You know, the fish were kind of tricky today, wouldn't you
We
say?
had 2 on there, and honestly, it was my fault. I started reeling it in a little slower because I wanted to get the camera going, but then it escaped. It's okay, though.
It's all right, though, because, I mean, I think it's about time you head back to your crib and peep the chicken coop, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see what's cracking. I'll catch you guys there. Listen up, y'all. We had to take a little drive back, you know, a little cruise. Obviously, I didn't drive, dude. I drank bush ice, so I'm a good person. I don't drunk drive. But this guy does, so he drove us back, and now we're here to check out his friends. What do you got back here?
Let's see. They're up on their roost, but they'll probably want to come out once I open it. Yep.
Oh, they're like chill? Like
Yeah,
they're
so
friendly?
that's where they sleep at night, up
Oh
on
my
the
God.
roost, and the roof is gonna block the wind draft, so they can, you know, during.
Dude, they're just like down. They're just,
Yeah, they're chill. Hi guys.
you just pick them up?
Oh yeah, they're chill.
This is mental.
Guys.
Can I pick
Maybe.
one up? Would
Yeah,
they
if,
be
if they'll
pissed?
let you.
Okay.
Sometimes,
All right. Okay, I'll try to pick up a chicken. Hey. Which one is like the chillest, would you say? Is there like one that's like a really big chiller?
either
That one's not fucking with it for sure.
I would say
That one right there?
Luke.
How do you pick up a chicken? Like what is the proper like grip on a chicken?
I'm not an expert at it, but I kind of just like, they might be, I don't know, you kind of have to like sneak up on them. Come here. Or like give them.
I'm not good at being sneaky.
Here, let me see. They like these,
Here, buddy. Come here. Do they eat treats? Like, do you like have a treat for them?
I actually do.
Oh my god. Should I grab him? Well, I don't want to like bait him while he's eating. Hey, dude.
That's Lucy.
Oh, you can just pick him up.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, I have a chicken. Where are you? I have a chicken. Look at this guy. Wow.
Hi, Lucy.
Oh, hi, Lucy. That's my cat's name.
Oh, wow.
That's sick. There you go, Lucy. Wow. I was really thinking that was going to be like Lucy was going to be more pissed about that.
She's the alpha out of all of them. She's like the,
Really?
yep, the pecking order.
I was guessing that tan one in the back was the alpha. That's a big one.
Dude, she's the biggest, like, skittish baby.
Really?
Yeah, no, she's like scared. She's the hardest. She does not like getting picked up. So
Oh.
she's a princess, a calico princess, I believe.
Oh, they have
And-
like different breeds or whatever?
Yeah, yeah. She's a leghorn.
Uh-huh.
I forget the names of these ones, to be honest, but they're very common. But when we were getting our chickens, we wanted to make sure that they laid eggs, they were friendly, and they could also manage the weather here because it gets
Yeah.
hot. And then it does get pretty cold, so, you know, different
These are
breeds.
some year-round chickens?
Yeah, these are year-round guys. And, like, I would say during the winter when it gets really cold, like, there was a few times where I had to just, like, really make sure they were good. But for
Yeah.
the most part, as long as the draft, you can keep the winds out, chickens keep themselves warm. And you also got to give them more protein heavy, more fatty grains, I believe. So I was giving them, like, I think it was cracked corn, and I looked it
Yeah.
up online. That's supposed to be good. They eat it, and it's like a cup of warm coffee to them. It's supposed to, like, keep their body
they're
warm
beefing.
at night.
Do they like peck at each other a lot? They
Sometimes,
start scrapping?
not too crazy, but just like they'll fight over dumb shit. Or
Do chickens play, or is it always like a kind of like alpha, like, you know, like they're scrapping?
I've never seen them play. I don't know if they can, like,
They don't even comprehend that.
Yeah, I don't
They
think
don't even
so.
know what fun is.
Yeah, they're just like, all they do is scavenge. They walk around
What a life, dude.
and they just eat grub off the ground and yeah, and then hang out in their coop.
You just eat scraps and just shit out babies.
Yep.
You know, that's a life right there.
Yep.
I'm gonna get my bush ice before the bugs do. Chickens like beer?
No. They're chill around the dog.
You think
too.
you're ever gonna like hatch more chickens? Like you're gonna try to like incubate the eggs?
Maybe if I like ever up the scale, had like a full homestead, but
Yeah.
just for right now, like I said, we already get too many eggs.
Yeah.
With just 4.
So how many do these lay? Like on average every like week, or however
Well,
often?
so 4 a day,
A day.
or 1
A
each.
day.
1 each, so 4 total a day. So each, yeah.
Bro, that's so
There's
nice.
actually probably some eggs in here. Yeah,
Really?
they lay eggs in that bucket right here. If you want to come over here.
Yeah.
So this is the feed. They actually look like they're really low. I'm gonna have to fill this up.
Uh-huh.
But there's their feed, here's their water, and they lay eggs. They don't care as long as you give them a little enclosure. Whoops. So Lucy, the white chicken, drops the white eggs.
Cool.
Then you got the brown eggs, which come from the other 2.
Oh wow. Look at that, y'all.
And then the calico princess, she has like these tan ones that are sometimes spotted.
Uh-huh.
But these are fresh farm eggs. You can go bring them in and literally make some fucking breakfast right now
Sick.
if you wanted to. Yeah.
Sick
there's
as
4.
hell.
4 right now, which literally is, you can see the 2 brown ones from
Yeah.
the 2 brown ones, and then the white, and then this tan one is from that one.
It's actually
right there.
crazy that the eggs like match the color of them too.
I know, right?
That's
it does.
nuts.
You can get green eggs too. That's a thing, but I don't think the chickens are green.
Oh. Green egg doesn't
What
sound
color
like...
chickens, do you even know or no?
I don't know. I just know there's like green, blue.
Blue?
You can get like spotted green ones. Like, dude, it gets crazy.
What?
Yeah.
There's heady eggs, dude?
There are. There's heady eggs out
Sick.
there.
Dude, what's the headiest? Like, what is the...
Probably like one of the ones that are like blue or green, I would imagine. But again, I'm not like, maybe I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know.
I
just
mean, I've never
I like
seen a
these
blue or green
ones.
egg.
Just these, they're just natural looking.
They look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just look ready for some scrambled eggs
Yeah,
for
a
sure.
little bit of poop on them, but you know,
That's great, dude. That's just
yeah. You like poop with
Delicious.
your,
delicious,
Yeah.
dude. They're ready to cook. We don't need to rinse them.
yep, no rinse.
Damn, I like your setup out here, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
This is sick. Are you ever gonna add any other animals, or is it mainly?
For this
chicken vibe.
house, no, just chickens. But
Yep.
maybe when I get a bigger property or just move more into that lifestyle. But for now, I think like chickens, and then over here I can actually show you. We have the there's not much in here, but we have a little greenhouse, and it's just like vegetables and stuff.
Ooh, get a weed
And,
plant
and
going.
once they get big enough, you can see the seedlings in there. Once it gets big enough, we'll bring them over to the garden, which is
Oh,
in the
that's sick.
front. But we got banana pepper, cayenne pepper, tomatoes growing right now. And then we have like cucumbers in the front that are already in there. But
Sick.
I'm honestly super like noob when it comes to gardening. So
Yeah.
I don't know much about it. A lot
I
of
mean,
it
you're
is-
doing it.
A lot of it's the lady, you know.
Hell yeah.
So
You're learning though.
yeah.
It's a learning experience. I don't know any of this.
But yeah, this is.
How often do you let the chickens just like wander around?
I try to as much as I can. Ever since that hawk came and tried to attack one of them, I'm like more like wary about letting them hang out here by themselves. I will a lot of the times, but usually I'll try and be out here when they are,
Yeah.
and then bring them in because the aerial predators out here, especially during the winter, all of the leaves fall down, so it's more bare. They can see
Yeah.
easier. Sometimes the trees can kind of hide it. So
Yeah, right now they're probably decently safe, but
they are. And, you know, this bird's eye view, they can see real easily. And if they get one chicken successfully, they'll know where to come back.
Yep.
It won't ever stop. I've seen some people where they'll actually get, there's chickens that are black because,
because they can't see them.
no, the hawks hate crows. So the hawks will sometimes
Oh.
mistake the chickens as crows. If you can befriend crows, I've heard this, I might be talking out of my ass, but if you can like get crows to like live in your backyard, give them peanuts or whatever, it can be a really good deterrent to keeping hawks away.
Wait, so what
because-
color eggs do black chickens lay?
Huh? Regular?
Oh.
No black eggs.
I was
That'd be
about to say, dude,
crazy.
all these other ones color match, man.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. A black egg.
But yeah, the chickens, they, like, you can tell it's a chicken once you come up close, but it just looks like a black bird almost.
Do you have
know?
names for the chickens?
Yeah, so there's
Lucy, of course, but who are the other ones?
Lucy, Luke, Ladybird is the one right there that's kind of tan.
That, like, lighter one?
Yeah, the lighter one. So that's Ladybird, Luke, Lily, Lucy, all L's.
Nice.
So Luke, it's a guy's name. They're all hens, obviously, but you know my friend Luke. He's like, name one after me, and I was like, okay.
Let's go.
So we'll name it Luke, and it just matched because they're all L.
Has Luke ever met Luke?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, what?
No.
I've met him before Luke?
Yeah, Luke needs to come out here sometime.
That's
they're
not
fighting
right,
over
dude.
something. I don't know what it is.
I noticed them like digging a lot. Like, what are they doing?
They're
when
scavenging.
They do that?
They're digging their feet around, looking for bugs, looking for anything that they can just like find on the ground. They're scavengers. That's how they eat. Besides the feed, you know.
Damn,
but
they live a good life out here, dude.
yeah, they're happy.
I'd rather be doing that, honestly.
I know. You see some of those like videos of the chickens in those factories, and it's like, fuck, dude. Like,
Where they're all just like shitting on each other.
yeah, they can't even walk, and they're all
Yeah.
given steroids and shit, so they grow like, you know. But these aren't meat birds, you know.
So these aren't like,
They
even if you
want my
wanted to,
egg.
these aren't the kind of chickens you would like eat.
I think you get specific ones, but these are mainly like, you could, but I think like if you have a meat bird, you're getting a specific breed and you're keeping them in a specific area. Like a lot of farms, they'll have their meat birds and then they'll have their like hens that, you know, lay eggs and whatnot. Just they're egg chickens, I'll say. Laying chickens. But
Fire.
yeah. But then you got to end up like killing them and fucking doing that whole process. And I mean, it's the circle of life. I feel like I'll end up having to do it.
One
but,
day, dude.
Yeah, one day.
Gonna have to execute them.
Yeah, I've watched videos, dude. One time I was on mushrooms and I was just thinking.
You're watching chicken execution videos?
I was, because I started thinking about my life and I was like, if I really want to do this hemp, let me see what it looks like. So I literally was watching like the process, like how to process a chicken. I was just tripping nuts watching it. Not because like, oh, I want to see this chicken get executed, because I'm tripping balls and curious and thinking about my life in the future and like, is this something I could be doing? You know, it was weird. I remember watching the video and just like, okay. Well,
Did
this
it
is how
change your
they
mind
do it.
on things?
I wouldn't say no. It's just like a process, I guess, that happens, and if I want to do it, it's what I got to do. But yeah, they had like the thing where it defeathers it, and they, you know, the whole process. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it's been a little while since I've seen the video.
Fuck yeah. Well, let's go check out the inside of your crib too, eh?
Yeah, cool.
I want to see the rest of the crib. Get a little house tour, dude. MTV cribs, or what do we call this? No, this isn't MTV. We can't. We're gonna get copyrighted. I don't know. GTV houses, dude. GTV homes.
Coming to my
Come tap
virtual
in,
crib.
dude. So I think it's time for us to get to the next stage here. We got some goodies. What do we have here?
Some 151 Zapdos Xboxes. Not the Xbox, the console,
The EX,
The EX.
box. The
It always
EX
sounds weird
box.
saying it.
Yep. Now, one of the things that you showed me like right when I got here is like you're a huge Pokemon guy.
Yeah.
You're a big Pokemon guy. Is it specifically the cards or just the franchise in general?
The franchise in general. I was into the video games as a kid, hardcore. The first game I ever played was Fire Red, Leaf Green.
Banger, dude. Which
My-
one?
I had Leaf Green. My brother had Fire Red.
Fire.
So that was the way. Me and my brother, you know, they're the same game, but
Yeah,
so we would
literally.
each get the next one. Then the next game I got after that, Sapphire, he got Ruby. And then when Emerald came out, I went and bought that.
Dude, Emerald's my favorite one
Yeah,
ever.
'cause it
Emerald's my
combines the two
favorite fucking
stories.
one.
And then
And you get
after that
Rayquaza.
was, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Was Pearl and Diamond, and I remember getting that when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then Black, and then after Black, actually I would say maybe Diamond and Pearl. I didn't get Black immediately. It was like a little delay. I think I maybe got the second, but
Yep.
just to like break it down, it's all from the video games. I collected the cards a little bit when I was a kid, but I just love everything about it. I love Pokemon still to this day. You know, it's something that like I think I'll be an old man liking Pokemon, to be honest.
Damn, you're gonna be a grandpa still ripping packs?
Maybe not, but I think I'll still like.
Pass it down to the grandkids.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Some of the
Fuck
sealed
yeah.
collection.
Let's rip some packs. Yeah, I mean, let's see
Yeah.
what we're going to get. I, too, also like indulging in Pokemon cards, but, like, you have a much, much bigger collection than me. Your shit is impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I also don't get offended, but I open these like a barbarian, dude.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Okay. Oh, I got myself real good on the plastic. You know, I feel like it's kind of lame that they just like put a normal Zapdos in here. Like,
Not a full art.
yeah, not even a full art, or like,
Yeah.
it should be like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I
Something a little
agree.
spicier if you're gonna sell. And also, like, who is this for? Like, what do you do with the big?
So I have a binder that you have to get a special binder,
Uh-huh.
and you know it comes with sleeves and everything. So I actually have a binder that has all the big cards.
Can you actually like use those cards in play? Like, if I go to a tournament, just play a big deck?
I have no idea.
Someone should do that, dude.
Just pull up with like
Go to a
stack of
tournament,
these.
shuffle your giant deck, run that shit, dude. Play it perfectly.
But we got it. Yeah, this is a good set to open for sure. I mean, it's my favorite modern set. I would say
151.
151 for sure.
Dude, the one that just came out is pretty good though. Destined Rivals.
Destined Rivals.
That's
yeah,
some heat, man.
It is.
Listen, for all you guys that aren't watching right now, or all you guys watching that aren't Pokemon enjoyers, you're all watching, I hope, at this point still. But all you guys watching who aren't Pokemon enjoyers, it's a tough time for us right now. Those of us who are Pokemon enjoyers. This is like, you got to really go hard to get this stuff in your hands for retail
Yes.
price, you know? It's bad, dude.
Yeah, we got these. Well, my girlfriend, she went in. We know the restock in our local area, and it's a lot easier out here because it's not a big town. But yeah, like that helps a lot being able to go with the restock times because if you don't, everything is gone.
Let's get it cracking, dude. Let's rip a
Sounds
pack.
good.
Should we go 1 for 1?
Sure. All
right, let's do it.
1 for 1 meaning you go and then I go and then.
We
or
could,
same
I mean,
time.
either way, same time. Let's do
Okay,
it.
shit.
Let's go same
Like
time, dude.
Pack battle type.
That's
of
right.
thing.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's have a pack battle right now. All right. I don't know the card trick. What do you like? Do you do that or not?
I just do the one, boom, like that.
So you
You don't
okay?
have to do it.
Here's a code, everybody.
I just throw those.
Take a look. There's gonna be one guy out there whose like night's gonna be made off the code, dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like,
I
holy
have like
fuck.
a stack, dude.
So you just bring one card to the front?
Yeah, for this set it's one card.
Okay.
And then. Yeah.
Oh, I got a hollow energy.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
We both got fire.
Nice. All right, so we have some fire pulls coming. All right.
Maybe that's a good
Okay.
sign.
Let's see. I got a Paras. Okay.
Let me see if I can do this backwards.
Yeah, I'm kind of like looking down upon my card so everyone can see.
So I'm gonna do it like this. I got a Meowth.
Ooh, I like this. Yep. Okay. Nice.
Execute.
Yup. I think I'm one behind you. Hold on, let me catch up. Crabby. Okay, and then you're putting down, that's your 4th card after the energy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. All right, so then I got Sandshrew,
Graveler.
Pinsir. Pinsir's kind of cool. He's like
I
an
like
ancient
him.
guy, you know? He's pretty chill.
Arcanine.
I got a trainer, dude. I got Bill's trainer, dude. Bill's chilling here, and Bill's doing his thing. And Bill's a good person.
All right, so now we're getting to the hollows.
Shit's about to get
Butterfree.
active. Okay. Ooh, Arcanine.
Arcanine.
Arcanine's a good one. Oh, it's your favorite, dude.
Machoke.
We got Machoke right here. You were telling me this is your
Here.
goat.
Nothing.
Raichu Hollow. Yeah, that's about an air ball right there is what that is. Hi. Hi, kitty. Yeah, that's an air ball. That's tough. What do you do with your bulk? Like, how do you like...
Dude,
Hi.
I arrange my bulk and everything probably different than everyone else.
Uh-huh.
I have like these big things, and I have Gen 1, Gen 2. I arrange mine by generation.
Oh, shit.
That's how I do it, because that's how I knew Pokemon when I was a kid. I knew them by when this game comes out, a new generation. So I don't collect by the sets. I know some people might think it's crazy, but
Yeah.
there's no right or wrong way. There's some people who might collect all the sleeping Pokemon or all the ones that, I don't know, look like they're high or some shit. People collect, you know, lots of different
We
ways.
got a code. All right. Yeah, there you go. Read that, memorize it, and fuck off. All right. Oh, I have fire again, dude.
I got hollow steel.
Hollow energy is a good sign, I think. All right, let's get it. You have our energies. I have a Krabby Patty, number 1. What do you got?
Bulbasaur.
Okay. I have Sand Shrew.
Dratini.
Next up, okay. We have Seal. All right, look at him.
Growlithe sleeping.
Dude, that's a cute one, actually. That's a cute seal.
You like the fingers on this one?
Fuck no, dude. That's weird. Feels like he's
know.
about to dap me up.
The fingers are, I don't know why.
I'd lock
this
it in
one
with
is-
him. I'd dap him up. Slowbro. Cool dude.
Charmeleon.
That's a like big one of Slowpoke, yeah.
Yeah.
Machoke again.
Nice.
Dude, your goat is right
Here
here.
he is. Parasect.
Oh, Dugong. Look at this little fucker, dude. Look at him. He's all happy and frolicking in the water and stuff, splashing around. That was the fish today when they kept eating our worms, dude, and
I
not
know.
actually taking the hook. Okay. But ooh, you have a Bulbasaur. I love Bulbasaur, dude. I'm a big
Venomoth.
Bulbasaur enjoyer.
Ooh. Poliwhirl.
Poliwhirl.
Bellsprout.
I like it.
Oh, I got something, dude.
Oh, that's
my
actually
God.
money. That's actually money. Oh, we've got the Blastoise. Oh, we're in.
It's not like the
It's not the
but no, this
but that's a big card, dude. That's huge.
Yeah, no, I don't have this one.
Is it like centered well? How's it look?
Not the best. It's a little thick on. Dude, my fingernails are cooked from the from the worms. I need to clean.
Thank
them,
God I
but,
literally
hey,
just cut.
It's a little thick on this side. You can
For
see
sure,
it.
yeah.
It's not the but hey.
Show him the card. Show him the card. Let him get a good.
Don't
Look at that, y'all.
Don't
What do
make
you
fun
think?
of my fingernails, guys.
What's the ranking on that? PSA, huh? PSA what? I'm going like, that's probably an 8. Maybe a 9? No, that's an 8.
Maybe the centering is what's fucked.
I think the centering, yeah.
I don't have any sleeves, so I'm just gonna put that there for now.
Yeah,
It
just
should
set
be
it
good.
carefully.
Yeah, should
Damn,
be-
you
should
hit
be
the first
good.
poll.
Wow.
All right, okay.
All right.
We're heating up now. Let's get the next pack. Let's get it cracking. I'm just going to say right now, I picked up the next pack that was facing upwards in my box, and I immediately felt something. Like, just inside of me. Like, I felt like an energy, dude, come over me.
Oh, I thought you said you felt the pack. I was like, wait.
Well, I do feel the pack in my hand. It's very,
I thought you
plasticky.
felt something special in there.
I think there is something really special about the pop out. Yup. Give him that code card. There you go. Read that, memorize it, take a screenshot, and that's all the time you get. Okay. I have electric. Oh, we have the same
We
energy.
keep getting this besides that.
We're matched up. I have Charmander first card.
Diglett.
I like Diglett, dude. I'm playing Pokemon Violet right now, and I have him. He's like in my squad. Spearow. I was trying to figure out which Pokemon this is. I haven't seen this guy in like. Is he even in the games anymore? Like, do they put Spearow in the games?
In the OG games, yeah.
I remember him from like. What gen was he?
One. He's also in one of the first few episodes.
It's an Uncle Pokemon, dude. That's an
it is.
Uncle Mon.
It's an Unk.
Ooh, this is another Uncle one, dude.
Rhyhorn.
Rhyhorn, dude. This is a Grandpa Mon, I think, dude.
I got a Bulbasaur.
I got a Magikarp. Pretty cool. Pretty chill. Look at that guy.
Slowpoke.
Hitmonlee. Pretty cool. I didn't even know he was in this set, actually.
Yeah.
Wartortle. Oh, we're building up, dude. Wait, we're building up. We got a Charmander and a Wartortle in the same set. You just pulled that big boy Blastoise. I really like Persian, dude.
Me too.
Have you seen the full art Persian in Shrouded Fables?
Yeah, bro.
That shit is
I want
fire,
we
dude.
want that one. We
That
both
shit
want
is
it so
fire,
bad.
dude.
Yeah.
I have
It's
a
like
bunch of the.
He's looking over the city, I think. or
Yes,
it's like-
yeah, he's looking out the window in like the office, like
Yeah.
over the city. Bro, I bought
That's
a
hard.
of that set to try to get
I
that
think
card.
that set gets hate on for no reason. I don't know why.
I think it's just because
it.
it's like a like really small set. There's only like 60 cards in it. Or
Well,
something.
so is Paldean and Fates, and everyone likes that shit.
Yeah, they printed that set to death though. I'm on my second to last card.
Okay, same. Now I am. That was my first.
I'm
holo. I
slowly-
have 2 more cards.
Oh, it's just a hollow, but I mean,
Okay,
dude,
that was your last card.
that was my last card. That's actually really cool art. Look at that. Look at the Mewtwo art, man.
I got a Gyarados.
He's all
and a
pissed
Ponyta.
off. He's kind of heated. This guy would probably kill me with his bare hands. All right, so far I'm airballing,
All right,
dude.
come on. We can get you something here. Let's get.
No, I
let's
know
get-
I'm locked in, dude. I know I'm locked in, dude. I know I saved the best for last. That's the kind of guy I am, dude. So I figure you probably did the same here. You know, those are the kind of guys we are. We save the best for last.
Yep.
Let's make it happen, dude. Let's really make it happen. Okay. Code card. Honestly, I'm going to cover the first letter. Just, you're going to have to guess. You're going to have to work hard for this code. Oh. Good luck. Enjoy. All right, first card to the front. Oh, it's hollow. I have a hollow energy.
Nice.
What is this? A dark energy?
Dark energy.
Okay. All
I
right.
got a fighting and a Jigglypuff.
I got him a Chop.
Staryu.
Porygon.
Charmander.
Electabuzz.
Spearow.
Rhyhorn again. I know that guy.
Poliwrath.
Okay. Oh, I like that Pokemon,
Yeah, me
dude.
too.
Um,
I have the full art from this set.
Bill's trainer, dude. The full art of him is sick as
I
fuck.
love
It's
it.
super colorful.
Golbat. And then, or I don't, wait,
I think I just pulled mine, so I think you pull now.
I'm on, okay. Poliwrath.
Yep. And then now I have the Golbat, so now I pull the Golbat, and I'm at leftovers.
Pidgeot.
And now you're at the Ammonite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Leftovers. I don't like eating leftovers personally.
Clefairy. I'm on my holo.
This is how I feel after a dab. Muck.
Muck.
I feel like muck. All right, here we go. Bellsprout. Oh, we're heating up, dude. We're heating up. This is a highly sought after card, dude. Bellsprout reverse. I actually like that Raichu
Clefairy
card.
and a Raichu.
That's a pretty
reverse.
sick one, dude.
He's like in space.
Oh wait, I think I dead ass might have something.
I hope. Please be something.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Personal take, Nidoking is probably my favorite Pokemon in the games.
That's
in the
valid.
games. I would, every time when I played Fire Red and Leaf Green, you beat the first gym, and there's that patch of grass right before the cave, and you can catch the
I know
fucking...
exactly what you're talking about.
You can catch the like first version of him there, the Nidoran or whatever. And I would always do that, dude, every
the
single
poison
fucking
point
run.
is too good.
Bro, that shit is OP in that game, dude. And there's like, the antidotes cost $1 million, and you get no fucking money, and you lose half your net worth every time you die. That game is fucked up, dude. That game's like Dark Souls for kids. That shit is brutal, dude.
Damn, I wish you would have got something. Fuck. But
Well, show them the Blastoise again,
yeah,
dude.
I mean, I wish that would have gone.
We
to
took
you.
home the
I mean,
trophy today, okay? That's like such a good pull. It makes up for like, and also we only opened 8 packs total, which like,
Yeah, that's
if we
really-
go off the stats, we actually did pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, we ran that Blastoise.
Uh-huh.
We got decent hollows, I think. We kind of locked the in, dude. We kind of locked the in. For everyone watching back at home, where can they lock in with you if they don't watch your content yet?
Oh, where can they lock in with
Yeah,
me?
like where can they find you at, like on YouTube or
Okay.
Instagram or wherever?
You can find me RawOG420 on YouTube and Raw Brandon on Instagram.
Yep.
No spaces, just yeah, that's it.
Heat. Are you still doing music?
Yeah, I just haven't done it in a really long time. Honestly, dude, I have some stuff that I recorded a long time ago, and I need to bring it to the person that does the mix and mastering and get that shit done. But I have no excuse. I've been putting it off. I've been prioritizing a lot of just like YouTube, but
Yep.
it's just like whenever I like spend like the few days to like really put it all together, but yeah, it's just something I haven't like been prioritizing as much as I used to. You know, I used to do it a lot more, but not as much. But
Hell yeah. Well, I gotta say, bro, I mean, before we wrap this up, I just want to say this has been a banger, dude. I'm not gonna lie. We've done a good
Sweet.
amount of episodes on this show. This is one of the most fun ones I think we've done so far. Would you agree, Chris?
Absolutely.
This has been a fucking banger, dude. So,
That's
I mean,
good
for
to
real,
hear.
thank you for pulling up.
Yep, thanks
Thank
for
you for
coming
coming
out
on, dude. Definitely think we're gonna have to pull back up for another episode
yeah,
in the future,
for
for
sure.
sure.
You're welcome anytime, and I'd love to come out to LA as well.
That would be lit. We'll arrange that. We'll figure that out
yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
Ladies and gentlemen watching at home, go tap in with Raw OG on all the platforms that he just mentioned. And if you weren't listening, figure it the fuck out and check the comment, okay? The pinned comment. Thank you all for tuning in. Episode 65. I still remembered this time. I'll catch you all in the next one.
Appreciate you guys.
Deuces.
Peace. I was in the fetal position, like still tripping balls.
Can you see the little It's like fish
there-
jumping.
Yeah.
There's a squad of these
Oh, there's
guys.
a dead one right here.
If you give him like a proper funeral.
Yes, come on, let's go.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
All right.
Give me a crawfish. Nope. No dice. Damn it. No, they're so fast. Damn it. Oh.
You see it?
Oh my God. Yeah, he's right there. Look at that.
Yeah,
dude.
so they actually are over here. It looks like.
Here he is.
There are
Holy shit, man.
water snakes out here sometimes, but they're.
Water snakes?
If you're,
All right, we're gonna do it.
I'll get out of the way.
I think I did it, right? Oh, he's crashing out. Wow. Oh, that's
my
actually
God.
money.
Do you mind if I pee real quick? I think it's the alcohol.